Also, then we just knowing that, okay, we want to be the team to beat them. We know we can. We know we have an impressive record. We know we have an open goal. A Fire Ninja makes some pay and take the early 1-point lead.
Although, I guess a miscommunication, lack of communication, game was stunned out. Someone should have told him. Citizen shot on Saluda. Saluda gets a big stop there. St. Louis Hustle back in possession, still down by 1 as we approach the half. Still over 3 minutes to go, though, in the first half. Taco sending on across. What a play to Ryan! And that's what that man does. Gets it in for the 2. The St. Louis Hustler are going to go up by 1, 14-13. There's still 3 minutes into the Florida Lazy Sharks zone. Good defensive boost there from Jay Walker, sending it right back through. A nice bounce there. Is that going to go in? Shut up. Are you kidding me?
Realistically, known for their passing and their defense. And there it is. Off a feet.
Into the bubble. That's looking to press that is Lovers and Co. So they will, in fact, find that extra pass as they do.
Beautiful bounce pass. Back to back where anyone tries to bounce off of that spot at mid there. Knows how touchy can be. Mad. Oh, what a setup to Tony.
Hello, welcome Echo Units, NEPA fans. We are so excited to be bringing you tonight opening night of Pro Series 2. We've been talking about it since Pro Series 1. We announced it at the Charity Cup, and it is finally here. We opened with some great AAA play last night, but tonight we get to bring you 3 matches of pro-level games. I'm going to be joined in the second here with Sir Dimwee, bringing the play-by-play for tonight, as well as with Nails running the analysis. And for those not familiar with the game at all, we've got a little walk through the arena to talk about the space that the players will be playing in. All right, while we're working on that, let's introduce the matchups for tonight. We're going to get Dimwee and Nails here to help me out just a second. Let's admit it, I need all the help I can get. But for our lineup tonight, here in just a few minutes, we're going to kick the series off with the Denver Raptors taking on the Los Angeles Destroyers. That'll be followed by one of our expansion teams. If you didn't follow the expansion draft, we did expand this year. The Phoenix Vipers will have their first match as part of the Pro Series, taking on last series runners-up, Echo Club Kansas City. And then finally, we've got another expansion team, the Seattle Thunder, taking on the Dallas Knights. So 3 great matches lined up for the night. There's Dimwee, there's Nails. This picture looks much better already. Gentlemen, say hello to our fans.
Hello.
What up, everybody? Hi. Season 2. It's a thing. We're doing it.
Yeah, and Nail's coming in hot as usual. His microphone is as excited as he is, as we are, to be back here in the Pro Series. Pro Series 2, after a phenomenal Pro Series 1. Big expansion you saw in that video a moment ago. 4 new teams, 16 teams total. Every game casted, and of course, here at NEPA, we're not gamers, we're athletes. Shout out to Timber. But yeah, I'm really excited for this matchup. We're starting with the Denver Raptors versus Los Angeles Destroyers. We're really excited for this matchup. These are players we all know and love. Wit, Zach W, Klex, Powder, Leverage, Isolate, Kazna, Zenith. Your top lines there. B-Love, going to be the 5th man for the Raptors. And of course, UG there, the 5th man for Los Angeles. But yeah, the Los Angeles Destroyers here leverage, isolate Kazna, Zenith, the main roster. I'm really excited to see these guys play out here because a couple of them have taken some breaks as of recently and are coming in really fresh and ready to take on this team here, Nils.
Oh yeah, and we've got for tonight. We've got basically the Los Angeles Destroyers. So they had Big Bot, right? And they lost Big Bot during the draft. And Big Bot was a huge deal, right? Because he was doing some super magic, like we saw during the LAN, just making some incredible shots. And then Big Bot ended up getting picked up by the Phoenix Vipers, which we'll see later tonight. But rolling out the Destroyers were crushing it during the LAN, and I thought for a second they were going to take the entire thing. I mean, you saw it, didn't we?
Yeah. No, they were looking pretty hot, indeed.
And so for tonight, them coming in, we'll see how they do with their new lineup here of players rolling into. They still got Kaznaz, still got Zenith, Isolate. The team is by no means is still definitely a force to be reckoned with for this season. But I think they took the hit taking Big Bot hurt, right? But they were already a really strong team, so I think they're going to do well here rolling into this game. And then looking at the Raptors, obviously a little biased, but you got Wit, Zach, Klex, Palador, and then you got B-Love coming in as well for their 5th. And the Raptors lost Palace, and they basically reformed. Klex obviously came back in to be their 4th based off of last season here, and then they were rolling B-Love on the 5th. But the Raptors were that classic strong bubble defense all last season, finished up 4th in the season, and we're in the playoffs. And so obviously they're going to be coming out this season with some hunger and a little bit of chip on their shoulder, which is good, rolling into the second season, getting so close last season to making the finals there and just getting stopped just short by Echo Club Kansas City.
And I would expect to continue to see that classic bubble defense from the Denver Raptors. It's a scheme that seems to follow Zach W and Andy W around a little bit from their days back on Synapse. Something we saw from them years ago against a team that was originally known as Joker. They pulled it out, and it's something we've seen them run with. Palace was always a part of that as well. So Palace leaving and not being there to support that, but I still expect it to be there. But in what capacity? We'll have to wait to see. As Klex, I believe, will be that player filling in that spot, that Palace midfield spot. Klex, player's been around for quite a while. I expect him to perform quite well, and they do have B-Love going to be there supporting them in this game. Of course, B-Love is a perpetually positive force to have around. He's also a super friendly guy. Shout out to B-Love, the OG, triple OG here at Echo Arena. But I'm excited. I'm very excited for this first matchup here in the Pro Series 2, the NEPA Pro Series 2, brought to you by iHeartRadio. You see them? They're in the corner there. That's pretty cool.
Very cool indeed. And while we have a few seconds getting these teams readied up, let's go over the rules for those who haven't seen the NEPA format for a bit. We will be playing 4 8-minute quarters with a 5-minute halftime and a 1-minute timeout available to each team each half. You will see 5 players on the screen. That 5th player is allowed in the spawn area in order to enable real-time subbing. Overtime will be played as a golden goal, and we tolerate 0 toxic or discriminatory behavior, not just in NEPA, but of any player who participates in NEPA, be it at the Pro, the AAA, or the PDR level. Not what we want in the game, not what we're here to promote. So this is how we will be playing. It will be a continuous score through those 8-minute quarters, so a cumulative total at the end of the match will decide the winner.
Nice. So rolling into this Series 2, for both of you guys, when we started last Series 1, right, we came out, a lot of teams we're still trying to get that chemistry together, right, because we redrafted just prior to the beginning of Season 1, or Series 1, and we saw the first few games of the series, a lot of teams were just working on getting that chemistry together, who's going to play where, and finding out kind of where they best put their talents in the arena. Well, rolling into Series 2, I mean, at most, every team lost one player, right? So that core chemistry is still really going to be there. What do you expect to see tonight as these teams come out essentially with a fully fleshed out roster rolling into this second series?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these players, I mean, they knew each other. A lot of these players have known each other for years, known each other very well as they went into that first pro series. But now having that, that time behind them to get to those, they have to work in a single player, a few of these teams each. But it's ultimately, it's they have that foundation there, and I think it's going to give us some from day one. We're going to have top level Echo Arena play, some really close top level. I mean, we went over the format just a moment ago. We go 4 quarters here, 8 minutes a quarter, and the score carries over the whole time. That format does not work unless the teams are close in ability, and that's how NEPA is designed. It's designed to have close matchups between the best players in the world, head to head, and that's what we're going to get here. And you're going to see some of the best of it right here in front of you. Denver Raptors versus Los Angeles Shores set to face off imminently. I heard one of the teams ready up, so just waiting for that other team to get back there and hit that button and get us rolling here, folks. Indeed, there it is. So, all right, we will be getting into round one as we'll send Brutus off to the nether.
Go to your cave. Go to your cave, buddy.
Bye-bye.
And we will get Denver Raptors on the left and orange, Widzak, Klex, Palador versus Los Angeles Shores on the right and blue, Leverage, Isolate, Kazan, Zenith, and we are underway here. First round of NEPA Pro Series 2. As first touch will go to the Denver Raptors, but sending it right back. A good volley there from Zenith. But Los Angeles Shores gives it right back to the Denver Raptors. So first possession, proper possession will be to the Denver Raptors as they do pick it up here in their own zone. Powder with it, sending it through that near side tube. They chain after it. Powder gets his own clear in as Klex at the bubble. That's the new man on the roster there. Instead, Powder sends it across here to Zach W. Back across Witt here on the near side. Klex doing a lot of damage in the bubble. There has 2 players in the goal, so they have a man advantage, effectively 3v2. Bringing it in, a shot though, Kaznaz shuts the door on that one, sends it out. First save of the season has just been registered.
And, we saw last season and during the LAN, Kaznaz was just ridiculous as a goalie, just stopping everything that even came close. I mean, the man's a brick wall, and if you're going to attack these destroyers' defense and work your way into the bubble, the Raptors are going to have to deal with that all night, working their way into the bubble and trying to get around Kaznaz.
Going to clear out, put it right near the goal. Picked up here, Kaznaz. They've got a 2v2 off the backboard, then goes wide. Now 4v2 as the defense just now returning. And Palador coming in late will be picked up there. Zenith on the far side hops over one, takes a shot off of the post and out of the bubble to the near side wall. Good slap though. Kaznaz keeping it in the zone. Leverage with it. Sends it behind the goal, but will be picked off by Palador, who sends that one out. But in the hands of Kaznaz, bringing it right back in. Takes the shot as a goalie. Gets a little bit too far out of the goal. Hits it for the 2. And that is your first goal of NEPA Pro Series 2. Going to Kaznaz. Los Angeles Shores are on the board.
There it is. And, I mean, as expected, coming out playing very, very aggressive. And Kaz leaving the goal. Yeah, way out of the outside of the goal, but definitely worth it because he put 2 points on the board. And, that just goes to show what makes him super dangerous. He grabs a quick steal there, sends it right back over to Denver's side of the arena. He can block, he can shoot, he can work his way inside the bubble, and he can steal.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal goal there from Kaznaz, and then he picked off that turnover. But now back into the hands of the Denver Raptors. Powder with the far side, down to the floor, hits his teammate. Shot. Oh! Witt gets credit for it. Let's see what happened here. But watch this one back. Oh, wow. Good stop there, Kaznaz. Witt came out of the stun, was in the right place, right time, puts it in to tie this game up 27 seconds later.
No, that was some great work by Witt on the follow-up there as they sent the shot in. Kaz made a great stop, and Witt kept the pressure coming, was in a great position there to kind of perturb the goalie by just taking the disc from him and making sure it gets in and finishing up the play. That's huge. Those are the kind of plays that are going to make the game for you at this level of play, is finishing those offensive pushes.
And Witt looking for a clear there instead off of the lip of the tube. Isolate's going to be able to recover there on the far side here for the Los Angeles Destroyers. Isolate to Kazas. Kazas on fire today so far. Gets another one. Puts his team up 4-2. And we're only 3 minutes in.
We've got ourselves a battle of the goalies. Kaz versus Witt. The only two people who have scored so far for both these teams.
Indeed.
Both goalies making it happen.
Love to see it. Bias the goalies myself. As Powder quick to Klex across to Zach, and they're just going to walk this one up. They're in a it was a relay formation, but they opt to just kind of rely on the backside triangle instead, not opting for that relay. Zach to be sends it across to the near side. Klex won the defender out under. Oh, what a they got the entire defensive clump. They weren't able to capitalize on the opportunity, unfortunately, but now Zach to be bringing it in. We'll get the 1v1 as he gets stunned up by the defender coming in just a moment too late, and the Denver Raptors going to tie it up once again, 4-4.
And Zach, as a team captain, doing some great work. And when Zach gets to disc and it's his time to pop off, he does it in a extraordinary fashion. And there you see him coming in from the top. Zach is one of those players where if you're a 1v1 with him or even 1v2, and Zach has the disc. Kaz. Pardon me, sir. I'll let you have your moment in the sun as you sink a 3 from 22 meters. Kaz carrying the team right now. Well done. But Zach is just one of those players where if he gets a disc and he's inside the bubble, there's not a lot you can do. At that point, you're just trying to stem the bleeding and make sure he only gets 2.
And I'm trying to figure out what happened on that play there because he had a lane open. That was way too easy. As Kaz has 7 points on the board for his team. All 7 of his team's points as Powder with it here in mid, has 2 behind, goes back across to Witt on the near side. As Witt will start walking this one up, there are 2 players stuck in the back line. The Raptors had a big numbers advantage. They're still going to get what a play there. Nice. Powder cutting in completely and utterly uncontested on the stunt out goalie, and that will give them 2 more points on the board. But this time, that goal does not tie it up. The Los Angeles Destroyers will maintain that lead 7-6.
Yeah, and the Denver Raptors showing some of that classic Denver Raptors passing ability. You saw they were very smooth, very controlled, very calm as they walked the disc down and making those passes count, very much connecting as they rush back here for the bubble defense, but not quite everybody's home.
Oh, wow.
It's Zenith finally going to get somebody else on the board. Drop one in for 2 as the Denver Raptors bubble defense can't quite make it back in time. Looks like they were getting tied up there with some stuns back over in the neutral zone. So nice work by the Destroyers to break that up.
And that has been the thing that has been pushing the Destroyers ahead of the Raptors in this game is that they've been catching the Raptors in transition. And maybe once again here, slap in. Didn't see catch quite who got that slap up, but only Blue Blotty's in the area off the backboard. What a stop there. Zach W. gets to stop Klex. Fantastic recovery. Sends it went out to the far side. Trap there, recovered by Zenith. Zenith up into the hands of Loveridge. Loveridge has 2 cutting in. Goes to Kazan. Stunned down, hits it anyways. Unbelievable. This man is on fire. How many points he has? 9 of 11 for his team. That is unbelievable.
Kaz, explosive first game coming out. 9 of the 11 points for his entire team. And if you're Denver, you got to be looking at that going, we know where we need to focus our efforts. So we have to slow down Kaz. And to the Destroyers part, they've been doing a great job of keeping the Raptors unable to get that bubble defense together. That's their strongest asset. They've been crushing it all last season. Zach coming in on a nice cut there from Witt, floated it in 1v1, and it's going to take it in for 2 real quick to bring him back within 3. But all last season, the bubble defense that the Raptors had was, a force to be reckoned with. I think matched only by the Orlando Cyclones here that we saw at the end of the season, who end up taking the championship. And the Destroyers have been doing a great job of just denying them the ability to get that back together by breaking up those defensive chains.
Zach Libby sending that one up. Going to go in off of Witt. He is able to hit it. Good for the 2. Although, once again, Destroyers will maintain this lead. Although, I want to point out here in chat, Nah Dash, also known as Nah, says Kaz has a striker. He's saying it as a joke. Well, not really a joke. Obviously, Kaz has popping off here, all those points. Notice who's playing back right now. It's not Kaz, it's Isolate. They are running Kaz as a striker right now.
Yeah.
They've got Isolate. Isolate is a goalie in his own right. They've put Kaz up on the plate here. Zenith, there's a shot on the goal. That was, oh no! Almost making that one happen. Clutch stop there, sending us one out through the near side tube. 10 seconds left in this first round as that one will be collected by Isolate. late on the far side. Now sending this one through that near side of the far side tube in the hands of Witt. It turns this one right back around for the Raptors, and maybe one more.
Oh, wow!
The buzzer beater to give the Denver Raptors a point lead here to end the first quarter, 12-11. And with that, on that high, we will go to a quick word from our sponsors. We will be right back.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to run. There are vehicles.
Is my mic still all screwed up?
Drive. Then there are the motorcycles. Your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in Oakland.
Brutus, your mouth is moving, but there's no wordsies coming out.
Nobody wants to hear what I have to say anyhow. I'm just welcoming everybody back. We just saw an amazing first quarter. Let's not talk about me. Are you kidding me?
I thought you were trying something different and doing a
mime. We
mime.
just saw Kaznaz with an amazing performance there. Klex with the buzzer beater at the end. You can't ask for any more than that out of the first quarter of our Pro Series 2.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. No, that was phenomenal. Phenomenal end of that first round there. Klex hitting a ridiculous zero angle shot. Maybe like a 5-degree shot. What's interesting, Kaznaz with 9 points, but if you look over on the Denver Raptors side there, every single player on that team with points on the board there, 4 to Witt and Zach, 2 to Klex and Palador, as the Denver Raptors in possession right now. Opportunity here. Klex has it behind the goal, hits it for the 2. And just like that, the Denver Raptors are now going to take a 3-point lead here in the second quarter.
And we saw last season with teams like the Orlando Cyclones and ECKC, that's what makes a team dangerous. It's the ability for them to have more than 1 or 2 dangerous players that can shoot, that can block, that can steal, and you have to spread out your forces, and you have to worry about covering everybody because everybody can put points on the board in a quick.
Zenith will send this one through mid up to Kaznaz. Walking up, Palador pressuring Kaz down to the floor into the hands of Leverage. Leverage, look at it, 1v3.
Whoa.
Went for that shot, ambitious as it was. Klex gets it picked off and set away quickly. They have a stack away. They got away cleanly. Palador with the open goal, hits it. Palador hits it for the 3, and that's going to put the Raptors up by 6.
Pally coming in. NEPA TV zone, Denver Raptor zone, Palador coming in. And I remember when he got drafted and the entire internet went nuts. It was fantastic. And then when he got his first goal during Series 1, and everybody went nuts. And, still crushing it as always, Pally. And he had the whole last season to put in all that work because, his big thing was he hadn't played in a while at that level and was going to have to be doing a lot of practicing and get back together. Oh, coming right back in and not quite able to close it out. But he's had a whole season to essentially freshen up, and Pally's back, baby. If there was ever any doubt in your mind, get rid of it.
Indeed, this one into the bubble here. Palador, the man himself, picks it up, hits Klex. Cutting in from the far side. That is going to be an 8-point lead. That is now, let's see, it was 9 unanswered points coming from the Denver Raptors. They were down 11-10. 11-10, and then they come back. 8 unanswered points. It starts with that one from Klex to put them up 12-11, and now 7 unanswered in this quarter alone. 19-11, 5.5 still to go here in the second quarter. Zenith on the near side sends up it across. Zach and Palador coming attacking with that stack. They stay together, get the start off, and pick off the turnover. Zach, they're not able to get the clear. Palador picks it up, turns it back around. Though Zenith, a bunch of good stuns there. Leverage trying to get there instead. It will be that was Klex picking that one up, hitting Witt there on the reset with Witt, giving it right back in the hands of the Destroyers there. That's isolated across Kaznaz. Hits another one. He gets another 2 on the board. They have finally found themselves some points here in the second quarter, and that will bring them back within 6.
I was just about to say the Raptors have been doing a good job of shutting Kaznaz down, but they missed him that round, and he is back putting some points on the board. The Destroyers got to find a way to spread some of these points out across the rest of their team. That is the only way they're going to get through this and keep doing what they were doing by breaking up that right there and denying the Raptors a bubble defense. They're going to put that away. There it is. Kaz again with some dunk meta. Throwing another 2 on the board. That is what they're going to have to keep doing. They've got to get the rest of the team to be a threat, and they've got to continue to break up the Denver Raptors bubble defense. When they do that, they're putting points on the board. Period.
Indeed, and that was a phenomenal turnover by Zenith. Leverage got it picked up. Ultimately, Kaznaz gets another one registered. Powder, quick pass out to the far side. And relay, Witt, kind of a short side relay. They were going to go with the give and go between Witt and Klex. Almost falls apart, but phenomenal recovery there by the Denver Raptors as Zach W will handle it on the near side. We're halfway through this second quarter. As that one gets sent back there to Palador. 4 minutes left in the half, in fact. As all the way up here, Witt. Oh, takes a steep angle shot, not going to connect on it. Will turn over, isolated in the bubble, looking for the clear. Does get it sent out. Hits the other ramp there. Does not get it out, however. As that will make its way back in. Kaznaz with the scoop, though, gives it away to Witt. Witt turning it around. Raptors want to attack here. They're just going to pressure, but not able to do anything with it. Zenith will ultimately get it turned around and cleared out through that near side, too. They're going to stack race for it. I see the orange stack, defensive stack in there versus Powder with it, turning it around once again here. We're scoreless for a minute or so. Now is Witt. Opportunity. Klex bringing it in 1v1 against Leverage.
Nice.
That's it for the 2. That is a 6-point lead once again to the Raptors. 21-15.
And, we went scoreless there for a little bit, but really what that is a testament to is both teams kind of adjusting their strategy on the fly. They are trying to find what's going to work and to kind of stem the tide of both teams to stop the Raptors offense and really to bolster the Destroyers defense here so they can get some time to close the gap. And Zach from 25 meters dialed in, sends a heater at 17 meters per second, and they're just going to catch him there in transition. And Zach finds the line, and if he's got it, there's no question he's going to put it in.
Zach double wah. Beautiful shot there, putting his team up 9 points. Soon have to go here in the half. As Isolate plays this one slowly, they want to take out that stack there. As Zach and Powder stack shows you LA Destroyers have been having trouble with that stack. They do get him stunned out. Maybe an opportunity here, 2v2. Leverages Kaznaz, bringing it in. Kaz hits another one. Bring this team back within 7 as we close in. 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and the Destroyers need to do a little bit more of that. They just find a way to continue to feed Kaz there. The great thing about the bubble defense, obviously, is it's very hard to get past, but when you have very quick and aggressive teams, you've got to bring a 2-man chain out, right? So I think the Destroyers are starting to recognize that when the Raptors are bringing a 2-man chain to harass their offense, it kind of leaves their bubble defense open if they can get it to Kaz.
And we're talking about feeding Kaz. That's no joke here. Kaz has 15 points. Every single player on the LA Destroyers with at least 1 assist. Kaz has 15 points. Zenith, the only other player on that roster, he's got 2. With a goal there, Witt. He's got 2 points as the only other player on the roster. I kind of combined two, kind of went back and forth between 2 sentences there. I apologize. Kaznaz turning this one around. Interesting how I was able to do that. This one sent through. Far side. Kaznaz again. Will he miss? He will not. 5 points away from coming back here. LA Destroyers are making a statement.
Yeah, and Kaz is on fire. It's just proven himself to be the all-star of this Destroyers team, and he's in the right place at the right time. They know exactly where to feed him, and they're, again, you saw in that last play, if you were watching the mini map, they did a great job by tying up 2 of the Raptors defenders before they could get back, and at that point it's just Kaz 1v2, and that's all he needs.
Witt walking this one up. They have a numbers advantage right now, 3v2, but that stack is going to bring that defense back in. So they opt for the reset. Does not work out. Leverage. Big slap there. We'll get it out of the zone, although that bounce is ugly. Leverage overshooting there. Slap for Powder. It's still not out. Isolate gets it back. Isolate sends it up. Kaznaz again, 1v2. Will he do it? He will not. That's a stun there. Zach W says no on that one. Turns it around. 22 seconds. Only time for one more goal here in the half. And the opportunity here. Klex will hit it for the 3. Boosts in with Palador. And that will put his team up by 8 to end the half here. 27-19 in favor of the Denver Raptors. as well as the LA Destroyers were doing there for several minutes. They were not able to come back here after, what was it? I think I came at 9 unanswered points. We had to start this quarter from the Denver Raptors, and they just maintained that lead to go to the half. So with that, we will go to a couple words from our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment. Go get a quick snack, but join us just around the bend because this game is going to get hot.
Snacks.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Nice and quiet. Hey, look, it's your mom. Hot dog?
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for.
And welcome back to our halftime show. This halftime report being brought to you by Big St. Charles. Dimwee, Nails, what an exciting first half we saw. Dimwee, I think you hit it right on the head. You pointed out when they had a 9-point run there, and the Denver Raptors just did not look back. Let's not forget, though, that we saw LA come out, build an early lead. They were up by a point or two, but Denver really picking up a lot of momentum here going into halftime.
Oh yeah, and I mean you're seeing, this is the pro level play, right? Both teams came out with their set strategy. The Destroyers, for their part, did a real good job of studying the Raptors' bubble defense and immediately started to break it down so that they could get points on the board and keep the Raptors really kind of on a defensive crouch and continue to try to pick apart their defense and put those points on the board. We've seen Kaznaz come out with, how many points does he have right now, Dimwee?
17.
Looking at 17 points. Kaznaz got 17 points, and he's been carrying the team. Unfortunately for them at this point, it has not been enough, because then we just saw the Denver Raptors kind of change their strategy. They started putting a little more heat on Kaz, bringing those two-man chains out of the bubble defense, and really getting those good clears with those chains, that the two-man chains they have together to get down there and take advantage of those open opportunities there. A lot of threes coming out of Denver's side of the house. And more importantly, as Dimwee brought up, we've got Denver's team with points across almost every player. Right? No, I take it back. Every player, Witt, Zach, Klex, Palador all have points on the board right now. And if you look at the Destroyers, only Kaz and Zenith have points on the board. And that's the thing that's keeping the Destroyers from keeping this game closer than it is, and why Denver's in the lead. They've been doing a good work of adjusting their defense to make those changes where they're getting bottled up by the Destroyers' offense. But they went on a 9-point run there, or a 9-goal run, and that was it.
You know what I want to see? Attempts. I'm going to see attempts, because shots taken here. What's really interesting, you look at the score, 27-19 in favor of the Raptors. Mm-hmm. Shots taken 18-14 in favor of the Destroyers. Oh wow! So it's at 4 more shots in this game. It's 3 more saves, 6-3 in favor of the Raptors. And what's really interesting is those are spread across 3 different players. Zach, Klex, Powder all have 2 saves apiece. That's a big difference maker there, but it's interesting. I would love to see the attempts made, because basically half the shots are on the floor. They're left off the scoreboard. I mean, you look at 18 shots, it's a minimum of 36 points. They've got 19. Where are those 17 points? Where do they get lost? Where do they get? Are they dings? Are they throwing them in the goalie's hands? Where's that disconnect? Because if they can connect on more of those shots, are those from Kaznaz, or those the shots from all the other players? Are the other players having is it Kaz having a great game and he has some teammates that are a little bit off the mark tonight, maybe a little off the money? I mean, that could happen. One player gets hot, a couple other players get cold. In that player getting hot, maybe not enough to carry them through because that is a lot of missed opportunity or a lot of opportunities kind of left on the cutting room floor there, which ultimately amounts. I mean, you see even half of those go in and they're in the lead here. You know what I mean? That is a substantial difference.
Yeah, and I think hopefully for the Destroyers, they're talking here. I think Kaz has really got a good eye for Denver's defense tonight, and which has allowed him to really pick apart that defense and put himself in good positions where his team is able to feed him the disc and get him opportunities to take those shots and put them in. If he can communicate that to the rest of his team and get isolate and leverage on the board with points, they're going to come back and they'll be able to take over.
And we're getting started here in the third quarter, second half underway. And Oculizator, I do not know whether or not that's true, though. I'd be interested in seeing some tests about that. In regards to that, Klex, Palador, Denver Raptors will get the first possession, first touch and first possession of this second half, third quarter underway. Zach W near side. Walking this one up, sends it across. It's Palador. Back to Zach. Goalie's out. Kaz gets ahead on it, but not enough. And the the Denver Raptors will get the first goal of the second half, 29-19, 10-point lead.
The LA Raptors versus the Denver Destroyers.
That is, well, the points count.
Somebody got points, and that's what matters. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, seeing this Denver Raptors bubble defense just get that much better over time. I mean, what other teams have you seen with that kind of defensive style play there that really have it kind of wired as well as they do?
None.
There you have it.
No one does it. I mean, I probably have to think about it. To think of some examples, especially with the new teams. And you might ask me again in 4 weeks.
Yeah,
and I might have something to say about it. As opportunity here, Powder setting it up. He was under pressure. Was not able to collect. Wick gets there. We'll send this one back, trying to reset that one to Zach. Fortunately, does not get it back there. Zenith with the recovery. We'll send it through that far side tube all the way down and in. A bounce there. Setting up the shot, though. Klex will get there first. Nate, we've been saying a lot. Klex was the fourth man added this season in place of Palace. We talked about that before, and Klex has been carrying his own weight in this game as Witt behind the goal. 1v2 isolate. Picks that one off, although bringing it back in, Zach W will get another 2 on the board for the Denver Raptors. They have the only 2 goals in the second half. That puts them up by 12, 31-19. Oh, my.
Yeah, and Klex riding as a 5th player last season, coming in on this Denver Raptors team as the now perma 4th player, the youngest of the 4, but brings a very, very strong aggressive style play. Ooh, nice whip it there from Zenith. Going to pick it up off the bounce from Kaz and get some much-needed points on the board. Good read, great arena awareness there inside the bubble, and he's going to whip it back in for 2. But Klex bringing some very, very aggressive play, which is very, very good, and a different style that I think the Denver Raptors really needed, right? Because the Denver Raptors, they're known for their very much nice grab. No. Kaz is back. Another 3 from 28 meters. They are trying to close this gap right now.
He's saying I didn't go anywhere, in fact.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 minutes.
I was here the whole time.
My goodness, what a pick 3 there, putting it in from deep. 28 meters out from the tube. So the Denver Raptors, once again, joust advantage. Zach into the near side tube. Does not connect. Actually, it's a clear in for that stack.
Nice.
Big disruption there, but it will be Zenith coming away with it, scooping that one back to the near side wall, though. Will be in the hands of Zach to be on the back line. Who stops up here, allowing his team to spread back out, get back into some formation. The stack does attack. They get a little split up there. Opportunity here for the Raptors. Collects across. Witt takes a shot. Kazan, no good stop. Kazan is back at the goal here for the LA Destroyers. Maybe they're swapping Isolate and Kaz, depending on who just happens to be their leverage. Open goal opportunity. Looking at a 3. Sends it, hits it for the 3. And just like that, look at this. Look at this. Look how fast that happened. They are within 4
points. and they figured out something during the halftime because they are back with a vengeance, and it has been unanswered so far this quarter, right?
We have seen that we saw
We
that
had
one from
one, that's right.
Kaznaz. That Kaznaz go. I'm sorry, you're talking about the Denver Raptors. Yeah, we
they did have one, right?
I used to write these down, and new season, old habits do not follow me. I'm gonna have to get my notepads back out because I usually know this. But I know there has been a goal. As shout out to JJ Locke. His Love Ridge will send this one through that far side too. Some clumping going on.
Oh,
It's Kaznaz.
nice grab.
Come on!
Wow.
What was it? It was going wide.
Pickpocketed right out of his hands.
The Focus had a good angle on it. It was going wide. Zenith did. That was a good recovery there. That was actually good. Good on Zenith. They're within 2. Look at this. They're within 2. My goodness. Denver Raptors. That lead is slipping away from them. Go from a 12-point lead, in fact. Now a 2-point lead. That's a 10-point swing, and maybe another turnover. Isolate. We'll pick this one off. Isolate playing back and goal there. Kaznaz at mid. Kaznaz looking to pick this one up. Unable to get there, was stunned out, and we'll be back in the hands of the Raptors here. Zach W sending this one up. It's off of the mark, though. Will be another turnover, possibly. Isolate once again. Looking for a clear here, though, into the hands of Zach W on the back line. Zach on the far side wall. 2.5 to go here in the third quarter. There's still a whole another quarter to go as Klex. Big setup, big read, though. Kaznaz stops it. You don't put the disc anywhere near him, folks. Yes. Just don't even, if he's in the air. Oh,
drop.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Unforced error there from Zach W. Leverage is able to get this one picked up. Has, who's that? Far side Zenith. With them, they're also Zenith and who's in the bubble there? Kaznaz. Zenith goes to Kaznaz off the post. Well, you thought for sure that was going in, considering the hands. Zenith with it, looking to bring this one in. Gets by 2. Come on. They tied it up.
And we are back tied. And just like that, we've got, 3 players on the points board now, with Leverage picking up a 3-pointer for the Destroyers. And that small difference, I think, is really making a difference for them. I think what's also happening is they're doing a great job of just swapping where Kaznaz is at. Like, sometimes he's in the goal, sometimes Isolate's in the goal. Sometimes Kaz is up front and Isolate's in the goal, sometimes vice versa. And the Raptors are having a hard time dealing with that.
That was the slap to Zach that keeps Denver Raptors in possession here. Look at what they're doing. Oh, the shot there from Zach just off of the post. And good recovery there by the LA Destroyers. Get them one slapped out. Caught in the near side trap here. They do get the boost out there. That's Kaznaz with it. Kaznaz with a long send in off the post there. Kaznaz gets his own clear in now. Looking to bring this one into the bubble. Juking a little bit. Going to go across. Hit Zenith. Picked up. Kaznaz gets it back. And with that, the LA Destroyers have retaken the lead 33-31.
A 14-point swing. And that's right now the Raptors have got to kind of come back to their circle and figure out what they can do to start combating this Destroyers offense. More importantly, the offense right now, and then keep themselves within, a couple 2-pointers so they can put points up on the board. A lot of it's just their passes aren't connecting, and they're getting broken up by the Destroyers.
And Raptors, good possession here. They get through mid. Klex with it on the far side. They want to there's only time for one more goal. They want to get the lead here, at least tie it up. They will. Zach W. with the dunk will end the third quarter, tying it up 33-33. What an interesting game this has been.
This game is nuts.
The Denver Raptors go ahead.
I was just going to say that's huge for the Raptors going into the end of the third quarter here tied, because mentally that puts them at the difference between being at a tie and being at a 2-point deficit after being up by 12 points is huge. So that's really good for them.
So with that, quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment. See you in just 30 seconds or 15.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Terex 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPA Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
Welcome back. We are going to the fourth quarter with a tie game. It might as well be 0-0 right now. It is not, because we have seen all kinds of action. We have seen all kinds of momentum swings. We've seen Kaznaz just absolutely blow up. We've seen a solid team effort from the Denver Raptors. What a great, great match we've had so far. It only gets better from here. 8 minutes to decide this thing, Nails. What are you seeing?
Well, I mean, both these teams are going to hit 40 points, I think, during this game. And more importantly, both these teams are looking for a strategy changeup. It's a fourth quarter. You got to come out with something that that the other team's not expecting. And whoever executes better and adjusts more on the fly is going to walk away with the win here.
I tend to agree. As first touch, once again, Denver Raptors, will they maintain possession? They do. Collects. Boom. Denver Raptors take the lead to start around the fourth quarter, 35-33.
And super interesting this series as well, because there weren't a whole mix-up of the teams. So everybody's got tape on everybody from last season. So you can't come with old hotness. You got to come with some new hotness this season, or everybody's going to read your playbook.
Some of that old hotness, get that new hotness. And so that one's sent out here. Collected by Kaznaz. Slow rollout from the Destroyers. Kaznaz walking it up. Stack attacks. Back pass off the mark. Isolate, good recovery. As they spread out on the bubble. Isolate pausing. Now walking this one up. Has plenty of room. Goes across the Zenith. Zenith also plenty of room. See the Raptors playing back in their bubble. That's that bubble defense. That's what they do.
That's that Bubs.
Yeah, they don't like to overcommit outside of the goal. As Loveridge gets it. Is that his first of the game? It is not. It's his second. Off of a steep underhand. Gets that one in to tie it up again, 35-35.
And just like we were talking about before, I mean, they're keeping their eyeball on Kaz and Zenith, and Loveridge finds himself open, comes sailing in from the top, is able to connect and put two on right where the Raptors were not expecting.
Palador, relay there. The pass is off of the mark. Zach to be trying to recover, unable to. His Loveridge. We'll get that one picked up. Zach to be on that forecheck. Zenith sends that one through mid. No, gets caught up at mid. Good leech there, Kaznaz. Get that one slapped in. Zenith in the area. Does not have much speed there. Instead, it will be Howder getting there first, scooping it to that near side trap, almost getting it to the tube. Instead, isolate. However, off the back line. 2 minutes off the clock here in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes to go in the game. In this tie game, is Kaznaz slowing it up once again. Very patient offense on a very patient defense. Kaznaz stunned out. This Denver Raptors defense has suddenly found its rhythm. Zach Debbie sends it out. Zach and Palador chase it down. That goal is open. The shot is up.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is a heartbreaker there. Palador stunned out. Loveridge trying to get there. Instead, it will be Zach with a reset.
Oh, that was a great setup, and they earned every bit of that and couldn't quite get that three-pointer in.
Oh, what a stop there, Kaznaz. Picks it off, sends it out. That is his...
To the slot! What?
65 meters out. Kaznaz is on fire.
I got to sit down. Wait, I am sitting down. I got to lay down.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. This man, this behemoth, this machine. No, not again. Ho, ho, ho. You know, at a certain point, you got to root against him. Come on, man. He's going to get another two. No, he gets stopped by Witt. Witt says no. Witt's rooting against him now. Zenith, though, good recovery there. Stunned up by Zach. It still gets it to isolate. Zach out of the bubble. They still have a 3-point lead here. The LA Destroyers do is they have this, maintain this possession. Open goal. Come on. Come on. Come on right now.
Right now. They picked apart that bubble defense. Everybody was everywhere, just overcommitted, and Denver just found himself sitting underneath the goal by himself, and they sent it to him, and an easy two-pointer there.
5-point lead. We've got half a quarter to go, so an eighth of a game. Let's do math. Witt crosses Zach, back to Witt. Stack still active. Witt setting this one up as their front stack is stunned out. And a scoop there from Kaznaz getting that one out of the bubble into the hands of the back stack. Zach W. Up to collect. Pocket pick by Zenith. Sends no. turns it around. That's a full clear all the way down in the bubble right in front of the goal. It's a beautiful setup. It's a Powder. Uh-oh, pocket pick. Disc is loose. Klexo, good recovery. Sends it up in the hands of Zach. Zach looking for a boop shot here, though we'll go off the tube instead. Isolate gets there, still gets it sent out, but they're in the hands of Zach again. Zach ducks that stack, and we'll go for a deep reset there to Witt. Deep in his own zone, they're going right back through mid to Klex. Klex up back to the near side in the hands of Palador. Palador has Zach on the floor. Goes for a setup. I believe that was a setup for Zach, but a little bit too far ahead. Maybe a tracking issue. Is that one on the far side trap there does get sent through with Zach Haznaz. So they do have a stack away. Stack does have a leech. Will be picked up by Zach under pressure though immediately. Resets to Klex. Klex trying to get there, also stunned out. Ooh, what a play there. Zach plays the man and comes away with that disc off of that pass. As Palador and Zach went out stack after this one, still down by 5. Zach with it, stunned out by Loveridge. Slaps that one down on the floor. Less than 3 minutes to go. Here's Witt. We'll slap that one back, looking for a reset. Although nobody was behind him, isolated out, looking to track that one down to the far side in that trap. And we'll be accosted by that the orange stack. There's Palador. We'll reset it to Witt. This has been quite possession. Wow. Zenith, another turnover. Both teams unable to score right now. As Isolate, edge of the bubble, we'll send this one back to Loveridge. As Loveridge in the hands of Zenith. Zenith back across, Isolate. Unable to play it here. Both teams a little bit off of the money at the moment. Or both teams' defense is very on the money.
Yeah, they're playing frantic, a little frantic right now as both teams, and you see Destroyers slowing it down. Characteristic burning time. We saw Echo Club Kansas City do this to the Raptors before last season, and they did not handle it well.
Kazanaz burning some clock right there. Does pull that stack out, leverage across, they hit it. That's a 7-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go here. The LA Destroyers are very in control of this game right now.
Oh yeah, that comeback when they got on top of it, and I think the Raptors were about to take it right back. They were doing some good work, and I think that missed 3 kind of deflated them a little bit. They got to get out of their own heads right now, and that was a great play, a great setup. They just got to do it again and connect. The strategy was there. Sometimes it just takes more than one shot. No. Oh, with the grab from Zenith.
And looked like the Denver Raptors were running a bit of a Hail Mary play there, and it did not work out. Was read by the defense. They get that one for another 2. That puts them up by 9 points here. That is a minimum of 3 goals. We're going to have 56 seconds. They have 16 seconds to score 3 goals. I don't know. That's quite the tall order. I believe the LA Destroyers are looking pretty good in this one. As we look to close this one out, if they get another goal, that will ice it powder across the Zach. They have to be very quick. They have 10 seconds, so that's basically out of time. This Palador stop there. Zenith sends that one in. Is that going to be on the money? Oh, my goodness.
Again.
And that will be nice.
And, I think the Destroyers, while they were at LAN, like, they were playing like this at LAN. At LAN, it was incredible. Like, they were just owning teams. And this is the exact kind of play that they were playing while they were there. And I think they learned a lot of lessons there, and you're seeing it basically manifest here during this first game of the season. Because they have got the Raptors tied up right now.
Indeed they do. There's only time for one more goal. LA Destroyers will take the first game of the NEPA Pro Series 2. LA Destroyers over the Denver Raptors, waiting for maybe one more goal. Witt looking to send it, stunned now. They will take it 47-35 after 4 quarters. Congratulations to the LA Destroyers.
Awesome game to both teams. Congrats to the Destroyers. And wow, I mean, I didn't realize who was going to win this game until really like the last 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the Destroyers came out swinging, established an early lead there, able to get out in front of the Raptors. You saw the Raptors develop a very, very quick answer, and it was pretty neck and neck for the second quarter. Third quarter, as the Raptors kind of found their stride at the end of the first half there, go into the half up, right, by 1. And then in the third quarter, they just walk away with it. And then all of a sudden, the Destroyers figure it all out, close it up right at the end of the third quarter, and then walk away with it here in the fourth. This game took so many swings back and forth this entire time. It just goes to show how well both these teams were playing on adjusting their strategy on the fly. And I think the Destroyers once they proved that they could score with more than just Kaz and Zenith, I think that was the momentum swing they needed from a strategy perspective to kind of throw the Denver Raptors bubble defense off balance.
Yeah, no, that was the moment that was the crux, the moment of change, the moment of I can't think of the word. Yeah, but that was
the denouement. The denouement.
That was the point where everything shifted. Because we talked about it at the half. We were talking about half their shots were left on the floor there, and all their points were coming from one player. And then at the end of the game, you see everybody able to score. By the end of it, everybody getting a whole bunch of points in, and that's what makes the difference ultimately. And also interesting how slow the game got that final 4 minutes.
Oh yeah,
as fast as it was for the entire game, this final 4 minutes did slow down a little bit, which was very interesting to see. As a very effective clock running there from the Los Angeles Destroyers.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to hear the comms going on between both those teams in those last few minutes, because they both had kind of figured each other out, and it ended up kind of at a stalemate. Fortunately for the Destroyers, they were up points at that point, so stalemate was going to work out for them in the long run.
Interesting match indeed. Hats off to both of these teams. LA Destroyers just bringing the strong mental game, coming down from that deficit, coming back from that, putting things back together, and then really when it counted there in the fourth quarter, making it happen. Super, super impressive. And now it is time, gentlemen. Our first Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports player of the match must be determined. I feel like this could be easy, but you like to keep it complicated sometimes as well. Player of the match.
I'll go first, just so Dimwee can do something off the cuff and keep us all guessing. Maybe I'm gonna go with Kaz. I mean, if there's a player last season, we talked about Game a bunch, right? And we talked about Al, we talked about Strim, we talked about Zach, and Kaz. I mean, we talked about Kaz as well, but I think really. Lan, and then now, especially tonight, Kaz is a heavy hitter, man. Like, if you didn't know his name, you know it now. He's on the map, and it's there with an exclamation point. Keep an eye on him for the rest of the season. He is going to be a player to watch.
And I'm going to be honest. I agree. there's no question after that game. Are you kidding me? He was unbelievable. And to have that kind of performance in your opening game has got to feel really good.
Oh yeah,
especially when your team gets the W at the end of it. Especially when you had that kind of game, like going into the half. I want to know what Kazos was feeling like at the half when he's got 15 points in the game, but his team is down by 9. You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel in that position? And I'm not asking like, what's the heat? Does he hate his team in that moment? Nothing like that. Just like, it's got to be a very there's a word I'm forgetting, but on the one hand, I'm feeling amazing because of how good I'm playing, but on the other hand, my team's down by 9 points in the half. That's got to be a very conflicting feeling, but then in the end, he's got to be feeling pretty good right now. So absolutely, hats off, Kaz as MVP without a doubt.
And I don't have to solve a dispute or a tie, so yeah, we're there. Kaznaz, congratulations. Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports Player of the Match. The first match of 3. Do not go far. We are going to be right back with more action. We are going to see the first game ever for the expansion team Phoenix Vipers taking on last series runner-up Echo Club Kansas City. We'll be right back.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Welcome back to NEPA TV. I am Brutus. I am joined by Sir Dimwee and Nails. We are excited, overexcited. I don't know. That first match really teed things up. We're getting ready for what should be another great matchup here with the Phoenix Vipers playing their first ever Pro Series match up against Echo Club Kansas City. Should be a really exciting matchup, Nails. What do we see on the rosters of these two teams?
Yeah, so rolling out on the Phoenix Vipers, we in fact have Palace, who was the draft loss from the Denver Raptors at this draft for Series 2. You've got Bot, who was the draft loss for the LA Destroyers, who also just played the Raptors. They're now both on the same team. Both heavy hitters. Got Matthew, who got picked up, I want to say, fourth round in the draft. And then right now they've got Techno Wubs coming in, moving up from the AAA, and then Gunny there as a fifth man. And so tonight, I know the Phoenix's Vipers have been, getting that team together. This is the first time they've all been on a pro team together. So I know they've been working hard to kind of figure out their chemistry moving forward. But definitely some great experience coming from Palace and growing up under the Denver Raptors defense as well as in Synapse. And then Big Bot coming from that very aggressive play style from the Destroyers. Also crushed it at LAN coming over. So they got some great heavy hitters. Techno, great player. Very aggressive. He's also the AAA captain for the Slither, for that is the AAA affiliate there for the Phoenix Vipers. And then Matthew, I don't know too much about Matthew. I know we saw him play in the AAA. Was he not on the AAA champion team? Do you remember, Dimwee?
I'm not certain, but I know I was casting his name in some capacity like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was true.
Yeah, and he's been crushing it. Matthew has some great shooting talent and ability. The likes that you get the fans hype that you guys are going to love to see, those long shots, finding the pockets in the corner. He is deadly with the disc. You can count on him being that tonight as well.
Yeah, indeed. So a couple of strong rosters here. The Vipers building their team out of that expansion draft. So again, a relatively new team, not carrying over some of that continuity, but they've been working hard prepping for the season. They're going to get a tough matchup tonight, taking on the second place finishers for Pro Series 2. Should be really exciting to watch how these two teams are playing. Obviously, with the loss of KFC, Echo Club Kansas City kind of refinding themselves, finding their new strategy and lineup as well. So both of these teams, super interesting to see how it plays. We just talked about a whole lot of previous AAA players, which is super exciting, right? I don't want that to get lost, that this new format with the new roster settings, each pro team has its own AAA roster, and the expectation is that subs will be pulled up to the pros from that AAA roster. So to all those PDR players out there who are looking for your shot at the pros, you are just that close. You get on a AAA roster. That is essentially now a feeder team to the pro levels. And we're going to see Techno Wubs coming up from his AAA squad to be a sub tonight over on one side. And then we talked about the other players that are getting their opportunity to play with the pros, and just super exciting. Not only do I love the new formatting, but I love the fact we're getting a broadcast AAA game so that as we see those players moving their way up the ranks, we're going to be able to track them right here on NEPA TV.
Yeah, and over on ECKC, Paranim returning. Going to be huge. Paranim is the best way to describe her is like an Echo Arena ninja. You never quite know where she's at, and about the time you start thinking about I should be worried about Paranim, she's probably stealing the disc from you, or she's coming in on the cut pass and sending one to the pocket. Like just deadly accuracy, and she's got this, Dimwee can explain it better, she's kind of got, I don't want to say weird throw, but she's got a very unique throw that is very hard to defend against. And once she pops out of the shadows with the smoke bombs and gets the disc, like that shot's coming, there's nothing you can do about it. Like she, all during the finals last year and the playoffs, Paranim was crushing it, and she was the difference maker for ECKC when they were topping out their adversaries there, because she would be the one who was putting those extra points on the board unexpectedly, and then all of a sudden you're not worried about her, and you're trying to hold down KFC or Al, and the next thing you know, as you've got them pinned down, here comes Paradigm just racking points up on the board from a distance, up close. It didn't matter.
And I actually had the pleasure of meeting a lot of these players, including Paradigm, at the LAN event in St. Louis just a handful of months ago. I actually got to ask Paradigm. Actually got to ask her to show me that technique, the technique of that throw, and it kind of goes to that point. I mentioned it earlier. It's that phrase that Timber has come up with, that we're not gamers, we're athletes. It's not just because people will call it a wrist flick, and it is a wrist flick, but it's not just a wrist flick. It is a full body movement. It involves head to toe, a full body formation, just like a pitcher in Major League Baseball is using the full body on that follow through. So that her wrist flick is a whole body movement where her shoulder and her arm are moving forward, and that's part of what hides that release. Is you don't see follow through on her throws. You just see suddenly the disc is coming at you from within her hand, and it's because of that movement, that full body, the way she does it. And that it's one of those things that kind of highlights what's so great about our VR sport here, our meta sport, as some have started calling it, is the physicality of it, of just how how much of your body is involved in everything you do here. It's head to toe. You could think it's just your hands, it's just this or that, and maybe that's the way you play. That is not how these folks play. The folks you're seeing tonight, head to toe, every inch of their body is involved in everything they're doing when they're playing here, and that's what sets them apart. That's part of what sets them apart. And just to highlight that's part of what makes her throw so dangerous. Is it's a full body technique.
Yeah, and for some of our new watchers, new viewers who are either new to Echo or haven't played Echo at all, if you haven't played, strap on a headset and get to work, and I guarantee you'll be surprised at how tired and sweaty you are when you're done playing, and how aggressive and difficult it is to operate like these players do in the arena. Two, Paradigm, like when it's kind of part push, part flick on her throws, and everything in this game is about getting in front of your adversary and being able to account for some of that lag, as the messages travel across the interwebs, right? If you can't predict it, it goes right by you, and that's what makes Paradigm's throw so strong.
And with that, we are underway here in round quarter one between the Phoenix Vipers and Echo Club Kansas City. And the first touch did go to the Phoenix Vipers, but Echo Club, the Vipers get it back. Pounce, setting back, pick the ones open, goal. And there you go, first goal of the game going to Phoenix Vipers, the underdogs in this matchup, at least maybe in our perceptions. But here they get that first goal just less than, what was that? How many seconds in?
It was about 40. I'm gonna go with 40. 40 is my bet.
Oh, it's definitely less than 40.
Well, 20. I'll go 15. I hear 15. That's my final answer.
I'm gonna go with 15 as well. As opportunity here, Paradigm.
There it is.
Gets the first goal here for Echo Club Kansas City to tie it up. We're less than a minute in.
There he is, Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth went off at LAN. Dude, it was incredible to watch as well. And just all over the place, everywhere, shooting from every angle. So I'm interested again to see Sweet Tooth just go off the rails tonight as well.
Big Bot handling that one near side, somehow gets away from Mamba. There's Palace on the far side. Send this one in, hitting Technowobs, gets another one. This one off a Sweet Tooth, but points are points. Phoenix Vipers are going to take a 2-point lead, a minute and a half in.
And I don't know who's playing what for the ECKC in this round or this series. It looks like maybe Sweet might be playing goal. I'm not sure he comes out as a quarterback there. So we'll go with that until we see different.
Now Shepard handling that one to the far side. pulls it out. Actually, I'm looking. It looks like Echo Club Kansas City is actually playing all 5 players periodically. They're actually rotating them out. Very interesting.
Oh, yes.
Send this one out. Palace on the near side. Palace looking to send this one in, although all of ECKC is in the bubble there playing heavy defense, although maybe an opportunity here as Technowub's on the ceiling. Look for another one. Sends it. Goes wide. And will be a turnover there. Sweet Tooth looking to get this one cleared.
Yeah, remind me at halftime. That was something that I'm going to give credit to ECKC for last season. The 5th player swap strategy. And we'll talk about it more later, but it's super interesting.
Now, Matthew, a turnover here. Phoenix Vipers back in possession. Big bot. Long clear in, though. Looks like Shepard in the area. Because, I was trying to figure out who was who was the odd man out there for Kansas City. And every single one of them have some stats in the game, whereas Gunny Saw is the odd man out here for Phoenix Vipers, a AAA player there. A Sweet Tooth looking to send that one in. Open goal off of the post. Unfortunate, but Paradigm is there to recover. That's going to tie it up here in the first round. 4-4, 3 minutes in.
And characteristic back and forth here. 2 new teams facing each other this season. Obviously, Palace, Big Bot, Paradigm, Sweet Tooth have all played against each other previous season. So both teams kind of feeling each other out. We'll see. Oh, there it is. As Snipe comes in on the grab. Tamamba breaking up the play and catching the entire Phoenix Vipers team in transition. Great read by Snipe on the pickup there as the Phoenix Vipers came out of the tunnels.
Absolutely phenomenal there from Echo Club Kansas City. As they would be the on-paper favorites in this matchup, given not only number 2 to end last season, but also of the 2 rosters, the only one that has, I would say, they have an advantage in a carryover from last season. His big bot, big setup. Was looking for a Sweet Tooth, a little bit off the mark. Palace, though, brings that one in. Looks like it was off of a head. Recovered here by Matthew. Sends it up. Big bot will hit it for the 2 and tie it up again, 6-6. Phoenix Vipers answer with that one.
And just less than halftime left here in the first quarter as both teams are in the middle of a shootout right now, just keeping it tight, keeping it close. And obviously, both teams are going to want to keep it close because you don't want that lead to extend. They're both looking for opportunities to do that. But both, I think, playing strategies that they know that are familiar to them and seeing what works and what doesn't here in the first quarter.
Clear in there. Good pickup there by Sweet Tooth. He's under assault and will lose it. Palace picks it up, sends it out. Palace and Techno chain after it, but somehow Mama gets it. Palace and Techno out of the play. If they move quick enough, they can have a big opportunity. Snipe, bring it in.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is unfortunate. You got to be kidding me. Paradigm bringing it back. Will hit D. Earned 2 points. Rad. 8-6 with less than 3 minutes to go.
Shots fired. The ECKC doing great work. They had a really great pass skill set last season. Just all their passes were on the mark. They knew how to move the disc very, very quickly through the arena there, very accurately, and you're seeing them bring that same strategy here this season at the beginning.
Uh-oh, another turnover here. Snipe going to Mamba. Uh-oh, Mamba stunned out. Technowubs with the slap. Gets that one out. And though not out of the zone. What a play there, Matthew.
Nice.
That one gets set in. Matthew's a name that I've been told we need to keep an eye on lately. It's Big Bot. Not lately, but as of recently. Another touch there. Is that going to go in?
There it is.
Big Bot will get the 2. And again, we've got a tie game, 8-8.
And the Phoenix Vipers there, a little bit of scuff there inside the bubble. Great recovery there. They continue to keep the pressure. They didn't back out and earned it on that run because that bubble flooded quickly with ECKC's defense.
No, Sweet Tooth watching that stack behind. The stack gets itself split up. So the back stack now aggressing, also split up. A whole bunch of stacks split up for the Vipers. Opportunity here for Kansas City as Mambo ultimately reset it there. The defense was a little discombobulated, but off. Oh my goodness!
Oh, there it is. That's a Sweet Tooth. We remember.
That, you gotta shout out communication in that one because it's the player who stuns out the goalie is gonna be shouting to Sweet Tooth in that moment. It's open, it's open, and Sweet Tooth hits. What a goal! 11-8. It's unbelievable there As Phoenix Vipers now jousting advantage. Palace down to the floor, misses the mark. Was looking for a big bop, a good recovery there. Tech, though, goes right back to Palace. Palace this time up to Matthew, far side. Matthew walking it up. They've got 3 at the edge of the bubble. Big bot having to recover on the near side. Tech, though, gets it, but look at the clump here from Echo Club Kansas City. Works out for them as Snipe picks it off, sends it out. They're going to have a stack, but too many leeches. Race where Paradigm, long shot, goes wide. Will find its way outside of the bubble to the far side. Wolf House, good boost there, does get there, but sends it into the tip in the hands of Snipe there for Kansas City. Snipe turning it right back around, hitting Mamba. Mamba down to the floor to Paradigm, who hits another one, putting her team up by 5. This is a first 2-goal lead we have in this game. Paradigm with 8 on the board, leading in points right now.
And I mean, it's worth mentioning, they brought it up there in the chat. Yeah, Occulizator is not playing tonight. I don't know why Ock is not there, but more importantly, the fact that ECKC is coming out here with a 5-point lead in this first quarter of this game. It's the start of Series 2, says a lot about there's just the team's ability, and and obviously Doc Ock is no slouch, but the fact that he's not here and the team's still doing this well just shows you how well this team's going to do this season in general.
And with a 5-point lead, 13-8, Echo Club Kansas City will go into this intermission up by with a lead. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Use your words, buddy.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
Are off to here. What a close matchup. We have seen some great play all along. Nails, what have you seen so far?
We've seen what started as expected, a very, very close game between both these teams. And then we've seen Paradigm just take a very strong command of the ECKC team. And I don't know who's calling shots. I'm not listening to their comms, but Paradigm has really been putting the team on her back here in the first quarter and allowing them to get some back-to-back goals. Not only her, but also Snipe has been doing great with some incredible assists. And Sweet Tooth coming out, has got 3 on the board. Beware that man this match, because he is going to put some long shot heaters into the goal if you give him the opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to shout out those 3 saves to Sweet Tooth. His first possession here, Phoenix Vipers. Palace across. Ooh, hits a teammate. Palace gets it back, not able to do anything with it. Matthew trying to get there on the back line, unable to. This one cleared all the way out. That's going to be a flat bounce, not flat. Though nobody able to recover. Ultimately, defense does. That was a scoop there from Big Bot. Now picked up by Matthew on the far side. 30 seconds off the clock here in the second round. Second quarter. Habits. It's going to take me a week or two to get back into it.
Oh, scuff, dude.
No. Nobody coming away with that. Sweet Tooth ultimately slaps that one away. Does have Snipe in the area. Snipe does not have a lane. Had a lane, no longer. Is almost a minute off the clock. Sending this one up. Sweet Tooth bringing it in. Big setup there to Paradigm, who will get another one. The first player in this game to get double digits. That's 10 for her, putting her team up by 7.
Ninja.
And the ninja is in the building, but you don't know where. That's the problem. You have no idea where.
It was Vanilla Ice when we got that ninja rap.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Go ninja, go. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. Ninja Turtles 2. Snipe, one shot.
Oh!
Earns the name. 10-point lead to Kansas City.
Oh, wow. I was going to ask why he calls himself Snipe, but I guess he just answered that for me. Are you reading my mind, bro?
Apparently.
He's like, I feel there's a question somewhere out there in the internet.
How useful, how convenient would it be to have the ability to read minds but not know it?
Ooh, that would be amazing.
It would just be like an instinct thing. You know what I mean?
I think it would really creep you out because you just be like, wait, how do they know that?
Imagine like you in your head ask me a question and I just have the instinct. Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Techno Wubs with the instinct of his own, hitting a 3.
Techno
7. That was needed.
Techno.
Wubs.
Wubs. Techno Wubs. The T-Wubs.
What a goal there.
That was going to be huge. That's going to be huge for Phoenix.
Yes, it is. Uh-oh, Snipe almost had that opportunity. Goes for the cut, hits a cut. Paranim gets another one. 9-point lead. Kaznaz last game, Paranim this game.
Yeah, and Paranim is crushing it. 12 points on the board here in the second quarter. And the Vipers just need to find... They're kind of just not quite firing on all cylinders, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of really, amorphous and ambiguous to say, but they just don't have right now. It looks like their game plan they're trying to execute is not being executed the way they would like right now. And there you see a classic example, a great cut lining up, and Mamba comes sailing in and breaks up the pass there on the interception. And they haven't been really, I think, able to execute the strategy they came out to play tonight, and that goes to ECKC. We've seen them break up strategies all the time.
2v1 against Matthew. Not much you can do there.
Yeah, but Matthew's going to put it away there, come back in, sailing in 2 points, and if finesse doesn't work, go with brute force, and there you have it.
There you have it indeed. Still a 7-point lead, however. The Kansas City Phoenix Vipers have some ground to make up here. Sweet Tooth pulls this one back. Wants to challenge that chain. Ultimately, since that went up and gets that out himself. He's not able to break the chain up. We'll receive that back pass, that reset. Now sending it through mid all the way down and in. They have one in deep. Good recovery there, Mamba. Looking for the teammate there on the far side, that's Snipe. Who does, how comes away with that one, sends it across, but a good stack there from the defense. Palace and Matthew are able to recover that one, sending it out. The bounces there are favorable to their team as Matthew's able to get their open goal.
Oh, no!
Stopped by Sweet Tooth. Under pressure, still gets a hand on it. But Matthew with the recovery here on the near side, looking to scoop that one. Unable to. Sweet Tooth will get it recovered and looks for the clear.
And that is the Sweet Tooth magic. He's doing outstanding work as goalie, and then just when you think you don't have to worry about him, he's taking shots as well. But that is why he was so deadly all last season as a goalie, just crushing it. And here comes the stack.
Oh my God.
And themselves off the barrier. No.
Techno was looking for
open goal. That's a heartbreaker.
He's been hitting he's hit a few decent goals in this one. With Palace turning this one around. It's going to be Matthew and Techno getting there. Techno does ultimately come away with it. Behind the goal there into the hands of Matthew, who will sealable slam that one. Speaking of the devil, he is live over on his channel. Less than 3 minutes to go. Vipers are back within 5.
And I think they're starting to figure something out here. They're getting some good clear boosts. They got denied that one time by the Shield, but it looks like they're starting to figure that piece out. Let's see if they can carry that forward and get a couple back-to-back goals and kind of derail some of this Echo Club Kansas City momentum that's going.
And that is quite the clear from Matthew.
There it is.
Uncontested. Vipers get that one in for the 3. With 2 minutes to go, they only have a 2-point deficit here.
Dr. Big Bato Robato.
Domo arigato, Big Bato Robato.
Yeah, I like it. Let's work with that. Somebody write that down.
Sweet Tooth, quick pass there, far side Snipe. Snipe has been doing quite well in this game. Kansas City, though, only a 2-point lead. Big setup here. Not able to play it off the bounce. Does get that one, though. But that gives the defense just enough time. She would have had the 1v1 as Sweet Tooth not walking this one up. A little activity there. Does get stunned out and it will turn over here. Palace with it. Palace clears it. Techno Labs with the boost. In fact, teammates get there first. That is Big Bob with a touch on it. Ultimately, Palace coming away with it. Goes to Big Bob. Big Bob bringing it in. Swat there. Sweet Tooth stops it. Who got it back? It was there. Big Bob.
I don't know who that was.
I think it was Big Bob. Yes, it was. Gets it in to tie it up with a minute and a half to go in the half.
And here it is. The Phoenix Vipers have made some great adjustments, come back, close it up, and they shut down that momentum out of Kansas City. They cannot take a break because as we go into the halftime, I guarantee you Kansas City is going to come out with an adjustment to their strategy as well to meet this.
Now this one clear to mid. Nobody getting a hand on it. Palace ultimately slapping it up. Sweet Tooth grabs it. Not get it back though. Not sure what happened there. As Mom on the far side scoops it, but then in the hands of Big Bot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Big Bot scooping a beautiful 3 into his own goal.
Yeah, and I think he was getting. It looked like he may have been getting stunned out while he was trying to, as he was trying
I
to.
believe that's the case. Yeah, he was doing something. Oh, he was about to underhand it.
Oh,
It was on the. Yeah, he was pulling it back to throw it forward, and that's when he got stunned, and that gave it that backwards momentum. The 3-point lead here to Kansas City. As Matthew with it on the far side. Vipers looking to get something here. Powell's up to Techno, hits it.
take it.
Yeah, to bring him back within 1 there. Is that going to be the last? We're going to have, 2.5, 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, and that was
time.
That was huge for the Vipers there after that kind of self goal to come right back, put some points on the board, kind of get out of their own head real quick going into the halftime. That'll be huge. Anybody's game here. 1 point separation might as well be 0-0. I think it's both teams are starting to figure out a little bit more about each other here rolling in the end of the first half.
And with that, we'll go to a little bit of an intermission here. So we'll go take a break, run to the restroom, grab a snack. Don't go too far. We'll be back just around the bend.
That was a rhyme.
Was it?
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Nice and quiet. Hey, look, it's your mom. Hot dog?
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
Going Web3, and we'll be issuing NFTs as a way to reward the community. Anyone who claims one of these NFTs will be eligible for future raffles and giveaways that we will be conducting throughout the year. They are free to claim, and all you have to do is fill out a claim form that can be found at www.nepavrpro.com/NFT. We've got some fun stuff planned, so don't miss out. And welcome back to our continued coverage. What a first match. I didn't think it could get any better than that. And then we see a second half with a 1-point match going totally back and forth. We're seeing some awesome play here. We saw Techno Wubs coming up from his AAA team, making a huge impact here at the pro level, which is super, super awesome to watch. Obviously, Paranim, Sweet Tooth, Snipe, all getting some really good things done for Echo Club Kansas City so far. It's been balanced, but it has been full of excitement.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Echo Club Kansas City in characteristic fashion, I think a very heady team, and the fact that you can see the amount of thinking the team is doing while they're scrubbing the floor with you. But I think the Phoenix Vipers have come up with a really good answer here right at the end of the second half, at the end of the second quarter in the first half, to meet that, close out the gap, and I think they found something that's going to work. We talked a little bit earlier, Dim, we said to bring up, or you were talking about the fifth player rotation. So the first time we kind of saw that, that's a new format for NEPA from last season, where you can have all 5 players in the arena, and then one player will be in the spawn room there. And at any time, you can, during a pause in possession, right, you can swap out that 5th player for somebody else in the team. And what we saw Echo Club Kansas City there kind of do at the second half of the last Series 1 was they would just swap that player in, to confuse the other team's defense and or offense, because you typically, when you're reviewing for a team, right, you're watching the tape, you're seeing how a specific person plays and where they play and what they can do. Now, if you have somebody on your team that is good as a striker and a goalie, say like a Sweet Tooth, then if you have somebody like that, you can swap in and out. You can completely unravel the other team's game plan for you, because they have to swap on the fly, and if they're not paying attention, you come out of the tubes, you don't know who's coming out of those tubes until you get to the joust and you see who's on the other side of the disc there. And I think they stumbled in something that was not intended in any way, but they're looking at the format they're playing and they're really using it to their advantage. And I think that's super awesome that we're going to see more and more strategy like that develop as we introduce some new formats here into the Series 2 and from Series 1.
Also worthy of note, looks like Meatballer has entered the game in place of Gunny. So curious to see how this is going to play out. If he will be in, because while Echo Club Kansas City was playing that rotational fifth, Phoenix was not. So I'm curious if Meatballer will now come in as the fourth, and one of those four that we saw in the first half are going to be coming out, or if Meatballer will be the fifth out, or if Phoenix themselves will start running with that optional fifth. Curious to see what happens there as we thought we were coming out. We have about 15 seconds before we get back into it. And it was just a phenomenal first round there. Paradigm, 12 points she got in that first round, and we saw a lot of her the throw we were talking about before, the wrist flick. That is not just a wrist flick.
It's a wrist flick push. Wrist flick, push, pull. It defies physics. I don't know what it is. Yeah,
there's a step involved. I'm not even going to try to explain it.
I think it's a TikTok dance. It might be a TikTok dance.
It might be a TikTok dance. We're going to get started here in the second half. Kansas City up by 1, 23-22. As we get underway here, first touch will go to Echo Club Kansas City this time. This is loose on the far side there. Sweet Tooth not able to wrangle it in. Matthew touches it. Will be Palace instead, setting that one through. It looks like Meatballer will be the fifth man out currently. As Sweet Tooth turns this one right back around for Echo Club Kansas City into the orange bubble here. So nobody collecting, everybody overshooting. Still everybody overshooting. Wow. Paradigm ultimately coming away with it, but stunned out. Matthew turning it around.
Yep, and the Phoenix Vipers coming down, trying to retrieve that inside the bubble. Still got a loose disc here. Outnumbered 3-2 there for a second, but now that the entire ECKC team is back, they are able to return it back over to the orange side of the arena. They're on a long bounce. Nobody's home.
Uh-oh.
Overshoot. Not able to pick it up. I was going to say Meatballer is one of the core four there for the Phoenix Vipers. But now that he is in the game, we'll see if they work him in eventually.
Oh, my.
Oh, Sweet Tooth. Baby bird from the nest for 3.
Ooh, and they catch Phoenix Vipers in quite the transition there. The Sweet Tooth anchors that one in from the nest. To put Echo Club Kansas City up by 4 here. And that was a beautiful play there from gorgeous. Kansas City. That was where it's clippable. Any of those folks might want to put out onto social media, clip that and send it everywhere. Because that was beautiful. As this one loose here on the near side, Palace ultimately coming away with it. Now walking this one up. They have one deep in the bubble there. That is a Matthew. So it goes across, hits a cut. Techno loves taking the shot, but that one's off the post. Palace recovers it. As Big Bot near side, Techno far side, one in the goalie, just right in the goalie's face, just full screen. Sweet Tooth, nothing he can do there as Big Bot will send that one in for the 2, bring his team back within 2.
Can't beat the goalie, punch him in the face. And once you stun him out, the goal's all yours. And great work there by the Phoenix Vipers, working their way inside the bubble, being very, very patient. You see them working the pass angles, making sure those passes are connected there, and finding a way to take the goalie out of the game.
Well, I would suggest if you're trying to screen the goalie, don't twirl around their head like that, because that's like the screen's on and off in that case. You want to stay in front of them. In fact, it can even be better if they stun you out while you're in a compromising position. Snipe! Taking a shot. That one goes low. Who am I to speak? It's not like I'm in the Pro Series.
You said you were biased to goalies. Did you used to play goalie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah. If you go on Venom's channel, Probably the video the video I am in on YouTube that is more watched than any is not even on my channel. It's on Venom's. It's a shot there behind the goal. Technowubs will bring that one in for it too to tie it up here. Phoenix Vipers and bringing it up 26-26. But yeah, Venom XVR. There's a 30-minute video with over 15,000 views. It's a goalie camp.
No kidding.
That I did with Venom. Yeah,
Dude, that's awesome.
the Dan Jet Shepard, also a goalie in his own right. A historical goalie at that. Been around for a long time. Second web sending this one in. Palace.
Oh, nice.
Uncontested. Phoenix Vipers will take a 2-point lead. They will take the lead here in the second half. 4.5 still to go in the third quarter.
That's the first lead the Vipers have had really since the first quarter, the beginning of the first quarter. They have found something that works here, and some great work there to harass and break up the Aqua Club Kansas City. Again, Technowubs catching them in transition. Good send, a little bit long. Ooh. Not quite able to catch the floater there, but work their way inside the goal and beat up the bubble and earn those 2-pointers, a little bit at a time to close that gap.
Pairing it with a Steve dump there. Palace gets it, but sends it back in the hands of Mamba. Mamba takes a shot. That is it. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. My angle. It looked like it was in. It certainly did look like it was in. Sir. It is. It's not often I call him that wrong. When I do, I'm going all in.
If I'm gonna be wrong, I'm gonna be wholesale wrong.
What a goal there! Oh wait, no, not quite. But it looked fantastic. Oh my! Tie game, 28-28. Still 3 minutes to go. As Palace sets that one in. What a bounce there. Snipe, though, coming away with that one. Snipe having a phenomenal game. Currently, Snipe with 2. Did he leave and come back? He must have. A long shot there. His stats reset on me, so I don't have him accurate. Matthew, look for a clear. Does get it through. That one is all the way down and in. Defense in the area. Big bot with it. Stop. Mamba says no.
Yeah, and Big Bot there coming right back in. Big telegraph there on the shot. Allows Mamba to basically get in there before he can get the shot off. And Sweet Tooth in the bubble. Coming out from playing goalie. Going to take a nice pass there from Mamba and go for a little bit of dunk meta inside the bubble for 2 points. Put him back up by 2.
2.5 to go. Kansas City once again with the lead here. This is a very close game. I wasn't sure what to expect coming into it, and I am, let's say I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I think the Vipers have been doing a great job here, kind of slowing him down, and which is what's allowed them to get right back into the game, as well as really being able to break up some of these KC plays in transition, just like they just did to them.
Yeah, that was Mamba. With that disruption, the big bot got there, send it through. Technowubs now looking to recover on the far side. There's one in the bubble, hits one in the bubble. Palace cutting. Palace stuns out the goalie. It's Matthew. We'll bring that one in for the 2. And once again, tie game 30-30. With less than 2 minutes to go. This is looking last game, the last game between the Raptors and the Destroyers. At the end of 3, it was 33-33 tied up. So very similar scoreline as we look to end this with a minute and a half here.
Not surprising rolling out in Series 2 with all these teams. I know everybody was super excited. So, nice grab there by Techno. Nice flat bounce there off of the shield, and Matthew's going to put the trash away for 3. Nice work, and they're back up. That's going to be a huge score for them for that 3-pointer. A little bit of momentum swing because now as KC, you're thinking about I got a minute left. We got to get a 3 on the board instead of just a 2. So working our way inside the bubble may not necessarily be the best game plan.
We'll pass here off the mark. Technowubs gets there, somehow gets away with that shot. But just off the post, only an inch away from another beautiful goal there from Technowubs. Not going to happen, however. As Paranim recovers that one, so they're stunned out by Palace. Palace tap pass up here to Techno. Does not have an open goal. Sweet Tooth back of the goal. Techno across the Palace. Palace back to Big Bop. Big Bop bringing it in. Technowubs will slam that one in for a 2. Puts his team up by 5. The first 2-goal lead we've seen in a hot minute with less than 30.
And that, my friends, was a great Vipers clinic on a pass a very controlled pass run into the bubble to work in a close goal. Very, very patient. Everybody was on the move. He knew everybody was out. There's probably some great comm going on there, and it paid off for a 2-pointer.
Mamba with it. Look for a cut. Paranum not able to play that one. Defense boost out, taking what's coming over with it. 5 seconds for the end of the quarter here. Matthew looking for a bounce shot. Not going to connect on it, and that will end the third quarter, 35-30 in favor of the Phoenix Vipers. We will go to one more word from our sponsors in this matchup, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
When does an underdog stop being an underdog? After the first big win, the second, try never. Because being an underdog isn't about how much you win. It's about how hard you're willing to work for it and making sure your opponents never know your next move. Which is why some of us make a point of staying underdogs, even when we're on top. Ram Trucks, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
Welcome back to NEPA TV, our continued coverage of this matchup here. What an exciting match we've got going on. There is only a 5-point spread here going into the fourth and final quarter. Tons of back and forth, tons of strong play. Techno-Wubs, Matthew getting in on a scoring there at the end of the third quarter to stretch that lead to 5. We were tied up at 30-30 under a minute ago, I do believe, and just what great back and forth play we've seen throughout the match, Nails.
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. The Vipers have been doing great work there, putting a stop on Paranim and her ability to kind of just completely deconstruct their defense. But the KC has been answering right back with Mamba, Snipe, especially Sweet Tooth coming out there and putting points up on the board, making up for where Paranim is getting shut down by the defense. And of note, you look at the Phoenix Vipers stat. Palace, the captain of the team, has 2 points. Techno has 11 as a AAA sub for tonight. Big Pot and Matthew also on there at 9 and 7 respectively. But just showing that they're really starting to find their rhythm and how they want to operate, and Palace stepping back there and taking that more of that captain role.
It was a good opportunity there. Phoenix Vipers had the first possession. They also had the first attempt. But it was Sweet Tooth shutting them down as now Mamba here in the near side trap. We'll send that one through mid. Palso, good recovery there for the Vipers as they stacked that one at mid. Palace sending this one up. So defense will get there first. So a little, going to start the fourth quarter off with a little volleyball. We like to play, when we refer to Echo Arena as a meta sport, it's not just that, it's the next level sport. It also involves many sports while you're playing it. Sometimes you play soccer, beautiful goal there. Sweet Tooth hits a 3, brings the team back with a 2. But sometimes you play soccer, basketball, hockey. Other times you're playing volleyball, tennis. It kind of goes back and forth depending on how you're feeling in the moment.
Yeah, you never quite know. There was a little bit of hockey going on in that last series. A scrum broke out there right at camera side on the near side as everybody was just throwing punches.
And a long shot here. And we'll bounce down to the floor. Look at that. 4 blue bodies in the orange bubble, completely uncontested there as they tie it up here. That's a minute and a half in. Phoenix Vipers looking a little discombobulated.
And KC has an answer, and they have brought it. 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes into this fourth quarter to close this gap. I think the Phoenix Vipers riding high there with a 5-point lead. They've got to come back here and continue to get some of that magic and those great passing and that good strategy there to get inside the bubble that they were working in the third quarter.
Big Bob bringing that one in. Shot looking to go off the backboard. Instead hits a cone and comes out. Technical for recovery here. Sending it across in the hands of Matthew. Matthew shot the open goal. Sweet to come out. Stun him out. That left the goal wide open for Matthew to hit it for the 3, and that puts the Vipers back in the lead.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of a shallow angle there for Matthew, and those are the kind of shots that we saw Matthew taking, in last season. They're AAA, and then at the land, like those shallow shots where you're like, there's no way that's going in, and he's just putting them dead center. He's a deadly shooter.
Good recovery here by Matthew. Turns that one around and gives it off to Sweet Tooth.
Oh, nice drive by Stunning.
Yeah. As Big Bot now walking this one up as that was a Snipe right behind him. And Looney asking who's playing for the Vipers. Subitu sends that one away. Meatballer is the one not in for the Vipers, whereas Echo Club Kansas City is rotating all 5 of their players in and out. At least they had been. I don't think I've seen Shepard for a minute. It's Paradigm. Holy goodness gracious.
Wow. Paradigm's back. Ninja smoke. And I'm out.
Yeah, she must have me to say naughty words.
Ouch.
That was a phenomenal shot.
Yeah.
And that tied it up as well, 38-38. We're approaching the halfway mark of this final quarter here. Paradigm sends that one in, stacks in the area. What a pickup there, snipe off the backboard. Oh my goodness. Echo Club Kansas City have retaken the lead.
38-40, and Paradigm coming back with the answer, and back in the arena making a statement. And I think she's been playing this whole time. But again, this is why she's such a ninja, dude. You just like, you go for a few minutes, like even a full quarter, you hear nothing from her, see a couple assists, and then all of a sudden, she's just making magic happen.
Big Bot now slowly walking this one up. And yeah, looking at the stats, looks like Shepard hasn't been in the game for a minute here. The setup here, Techno Loves bringing it in on Sweet Tooth, and we'll get it on the backside of the goal to tie it up once again, 40-40. This one will be down to the wire.
You bet.
When somebody starts tripping up.
Yeah, and I think if both teams continue, I mean, both teams right now are playing at a full 100%, so it's just going to be back and forth until somebody can force a mistake and get us a momentum swing here in the last few minutes of this round. Quarter.
Sweet Tooth on the back line, sending it up. Uh-oh, big opportunity. What a play. Oh, Paradigm. Oh, no. Lost the grab there. Was not able to bring the disc with her. As Big Bottle cleared this one out. Caught in the near side trap. Orange stack in the area. Ultimately coming away. Palace with it. Palace lock shot at the empty goal. Not empty enough. Paradigm in the lane. Turns this one around. 2:50 on the clock. Paradigm clears this one out. Still a tie game. 40-40. Sweet Tooth, Techno Loves with the scoop. Sending it back to the far side tube there. Paradigm with the recovery. Mamba at mid. Paradigm walking it up. They have 2 across. She hits one of them. Oh, my goodness. Sweet Tooth hits it. And Kansas City will take another 2-point lead with just over 2 to go.
That's that 1-2 combo, Sweet Tooth Paradigm. If they got it. And they're right now, the Vipers need to have an answer for Paradigm. They're doing, like, this game is essentially tied at this point. It's 40-42, but they have got to, in the back of their minds, have a game plan for Paradigm right now because she will be the momentum swinger, the difference maker here going into the last couple minutes of this game.
Ooh, Big Bob playing a dangerous game there. Taunts the stack. It doesn't work out. Sweet Tooth long shot. Gonna go off the nest there to the far side. Good defensive stack to get this one picked up. Palace with it. Palace under assault by Paradigm. Gets her stunned down and gets a pass up to Tecto. Tecto, good clear. This one's all the way out. Well, yeah, dangerously close to the goal.
Kiss the goal.
Goal here. Big Bob long shot.
Oh!
Out of the bubble, minute 45 on the clock. Tecto Webs touches it, stunned out. Sweet Tooth turns it around. Minute 40 on the clock. That one's out. Going to be another race for it. I see blue stack, a leech there. Mamba, long shot off the nest, gets it recovered. 2v1 against the goalie right now. Mamba goes behind the goal there, hits Snipe, who gets it for the 2. Putting Kansas City up by 4 points, which is 2 goals, which in this moment is massive.
It is, and that 3-pointer just kissing the post there and not quite going in. That may have been the momentum shift there. We'll see if the Phoenix Vipers have an answer for that. If they could do it again but sink it, they're right back in it.
And a relay there. Palace sending it up, looking for Big Bot. So not a relay, it was a dribble. Big Bot gets there, scoops it up in the hands of Sweet Tooth. Fantastic read. So gives it off to Palace. Palace, the Tecno takes a shot, hits a shot. They're back with it too. We've got less than a minute to go. It's a 1-goal game.
50 seconds coming down to the wire. Phoenix Vipers got to break up this play, get a turnover, and if they can sink a quick 2, I think we're going to take this to the big O. I'm not going to say anything else about it because I don't want to caster's curse it.
36 seconds, 35 seconds on the clock. Sweet Tooth, pass to the far side. Paradigm walking up. Goes here to Swift.
Oh, wow.
Out. What a stack. Is this one a far side? Tecno Webs gets it recovered, turns this one around. Sends it all the way down and in. It will bounce off of the Geo here up to the ceiling. As Snipe turns it around. We'll be off of the cloud there. Picked up. Big Bot One more opportunity. 10 seconds. Second one brings it in.
Oh, no!
Going to overtime.
Oh, yes! Wow!
So this will be a sudden death overtime, as I understand it. Now, I don't believe. I believe the rules were meant to be changed for this season, but although, yeah, we will be going to a sudden death here. 44-44, 2 minutes on the clock. Teams lined up. Out of the team's first possession, Techno up sends this one up. That's off of the wall. Oh my goodness!
And it's done! It is done!
Is that Matthew?
Was that Matthew or was that Techno?
Was Matthew. That was Techno sent it up. Matthew got there, put it in.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Phoenix Vipers will take this one in OT, 46-44. B-Love asking, what is the golden goal? It is sudden death overtime. The golden goal is the goal that wins the game. You just call it the golden goal.
Because it's golden. Because, I mean, it takes the goal.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
What a game.
Incredible game.
A great game throughout, and what just a strong finish there. Techno-Wubs came out, scored the first 4 points of the game for the Vipers. He also scored the last 4 points of regulation for the Vipers, managed to tie that one up in the waning seconds to force the overtime where Matthew finds that golden goal and puts it away. You can't ask for much more excitement than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to ask for more excitement. I'm like, ugh. Let me just compose my life together right now. But, yeah, the back and forth, this game was close the entire time. We saw a little bit of a pull-out lead there for Echo Club Kansas City. They were able to get out in front of the Vipers a little bit. And the Vipers, for their part, changed up their play style, weren't getting confused or, kind of broken up. I think more importantly, they did, and I wasn't keeping track. I thought Perrinan was in the whole time. If Perrinan was out and sitting on the sideline, I think that may have been a little bit of a crucial mistake there for ECKC because she was doing such great work there and really keeping the Vipers defense on their heels, which I think would allow the Vipers to catch up. If she was in and the Vipers were just doing a great job of shutting her down, hats off to them as well for just adjusting their strategy to know who they need to keep out of the play because, I mean, Perrinan had, 14, 15 points this game?
Got a few.
Yeah, and they did their part to kind of slow her down and force the rest of the team to really come out and play. And that's where we kind of saw Sweet Tooth really shine. And even at some point, they were kind of shutting down Sweet Tooth a little bit. But they were able to keep that game very, very close and then force it to essentially a brute force matchup here for the last few minutes of the fourth quarter, and it paid dividends for them. They came back, took it to overtime, and then just came out with a very aggressive and beautiful neutral joust play to get the points when it mattered there for the golden goal.
Yeah, outstanding play. Hats off to both teams. Phoenix Vipers walking away with the victory. Their first ever Pro Series match as an organization. They walk away with the win. Congrats to them. Now it's time for the all-important Holtzhauer Auto and Motorsports Player of the Match. Sir Dimwee, I'll let you go first this time. Who you got?
Sweet Tooth. His play on defense, where he was at mid, his turnarounds, how important he was on the back line. I know his team lost the game, and there's a lot of other players you could certainly make the argument for. I'm sure Nails will make the argument for somebody. But
I will.
Sweet Tooth is my call here because he played phenomenal in this one. Was reliable on the back line. His team had 14 saves compared to the Vipers 5. So Sweet Tooth himself had 3 more saves than the Vipers' entire team. So just a phenomenal play there from him. Also 13 points, which is insane. When you pull 8, you got 8 saves and 13 points. Absolutely Sweet Tooth.
All right, and I am going to change it up. So for me, I think it was kind of a toss-up for me between team captain there for the Vipers. I think Palace was doing some outstanding work. And why I say that is because Palace, as the captain, I think we had him logged as 2 points. Yeah, 2 points there for the game, 3 saves. But he really, 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 I think, fell into that captain role tonight and was managing the team. Like when you're the captain of the team and your team comes out and scores over 40 points and you have only 2 of those points, that means you are doing your job as the captain. You're managing the team, you're calling the plays, you're pushing the flow, and people are where they need to be. They're listening to you and you're choosing great strategy. We saw that a lot last season with Game where, we're used to seeing Game just rack up double-digit points, and there were a couple games where he came out with single-digit points, and the team was still walking away with the W because he was doing his job as a captain. That said, I think my MVP is going to go to Techno Wubs because Techno came out tonight as the AAA player, 17 points, 6 assists, and he was, I think, the X factor for Echo Club Kansas City looking at the Phoenix Vipers. I don't think they really had a good answer for him for the night. And when he was open and allowed to basically be uncontested, he was making the magic happen. And I think, he had a couple opportunities there for some missed shots that, hit the rim or sailed a little bit wide. But the fact that somebody is sending a long shot towards your goal, whether it goes in or not, it puts you a little bit on edge and the hair on the back of your neck stands up. And I think Techno Wub's coming up as a AAA player tonight to sub in for the Phoenix Vipers and then just going off the rails. He's my AAA or he's my MVP for tonight. I think he's going to take it. So hats off there to Palace as well. But Techno Wubs getting MVP from me.
So I feel like I have to settle 2 disputes here. First, Nails' dispute with himself between Palace and Techno Wubs. And then once I make that decision, I can move forward. Dimly making a very valid case for Sweet Tooth, getting it done on all ends. I'm going to press the easy button. I thought Techno Wubs brought it. He got him onto the scoring first. He made some clutch plays at the end of regulation. Hats off to Matthew. All of your points on leadership are valid. The mental game is so important when we get into this high level of play, and I agree Palace doing an outstanding job there, but I'm going to give it to Techno Wubs, who got the scoring when they absolutely had to have it, send it to overtime, and gave him a chance to seize victory. So congrats to Techno Wubs, our Holzhauer Auto and Motorsports for the match.
T-Wubs!
And congrats to you. Nails, I don't know, man. Do what you got to do. We are not done yet. We have got yet another match to go, and I need you to be up for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like a 3-minute nap. I'll be right back.
All right, you take a 3-minute nap.
I'm gonna do what Dibby's doing with the eyes.
Seattle Thunder and Dallas Knights, you are on the clock. You have a 3-minute Nails nap to get ready. We are coming right back with that action. Do not go far. Welcome back to NEPA TV's coverage of opening night for Pro Series 2. We have seen two outstanding matches so far. We have another one teed up for you as the Dallas Knights take on the expansion team, Seattle Thunder. Looking for another exciting matchup here. Familiar names on both teams. Seattle did a great job in the draft of building a really strong roster. Expecting to see more very strong play here as we get into our third and final matchup for tonight's lineup. As we prep for that, let's talk about tomorrow night, because we are coming at you 5 days a week now, Tuesday through Friday in the evenings, and then a little bit earlier on Saturday. We're going to have both AAA and Pro matches on Saturdays. Tomorrow night, you can expect to see Reverb Mulberry taking on Scottsdale Slither, the New Haven Ninjas taking on the Toronto Sorcerers, and the Chattanooga Barracudas taking on the Columbus Fire. So another exciting lineup. If last night's AAA matches were any indication, you are in store for a treat on Thursday night. But we've still got one more treat left for you tonight. Dimwee is with us. Nails is back. We are going to bring you Seattle Thunder versus Dallas Knights. Nails, what do we expect to see out of these two teams?
Yeah, for Seattle Thunder coming in, you got Saluna coming off of the Orlando Cyclones, now as the captain of Seattle Thunder. Steel Skydiver, Lulz, and Looney's not going to make tonight. I just saw in the chat he's apparently driving down to Pensacola. So for tonight, we will see who they bring up from the AAA. I'm still jumping in there into the spectator, but Saluna. I mean, what more do I need to say? You guys saw Saluna on the Orlando Cyclones just wrecking shop. The Saluna was, when we first started, right before we went for the first Pro Series 1, was the captain, I want to say it is of the Destroyers back in the day, and now taking over as the Seattle Thunder captain. One of the best players in the league, hands down, no questions asked. And as captain of the Seattle Thunder, really looking to see how she kind of organizes this talent pool. I mean, we got Steel Skydiver, who's deadly shooter from far, from close. And correct me if I'm wrong, Dimwee, is Steel normally a goalie, or?
Steel Skydiver is one of the best goalies in the world. In fact.
Yeah. And I feel like I normally see him in goal, but I also see him taking a lot of shots. So then it gets confusing for me. But Steel and Lulz crushing it. Lulz, same deal. Some great outside shooter from the angles, able to work their way in. Saluna, one of the fastest stacks there in the league. So we'll see who on this team really is her new stack buddy after she left Orlando Cyclones. But just everywhere, all around the arena the entire time. So I think with Saluna, Steel, and Lulz, you're going to see some very, very fast play as expected. A lot of outside shooting, especially from all three of them, from Lulz, Steel, and Saluna, being great outside shooters. Rolling in tonight, so expect to see a lot of threes where into the pockets there from the Seattle Thunder, and a lot of quick play, which we've seen from really every team tonight. As far as the Dallas Knights, we got Mozzie rolling in, and Mozzie's Mozzie, and I think the big things there about Mozzie, we're going to see how Mozzie steps into really the captain's role here in the second series, as well as being one of the great shooters there in the game. You, as a captain, you really have to take that ability to step back and continue to manage the team. You just can't take all the points, right? Which you can, but the rest of the team needs that direction, and I think it's a very delicate timeshare. And I met Mozzie, dude. He's awesome, and I'm really looking forward to see where the Dallas Knights go this season. You got the Law, one of the best shooters and goalies in the game, just crushing it. And I know for forever I made a bunch of Demolition Man jokes and with the Law, because the name is great. And the Law is always doing outstanding work in the arena. And so you can expect tonight, Law giving some great feeds there to Mozzie, and Light has come. And then likewise, Light has come, one of the new players. So he got picked up off of the AAA last series, right? And Light Has Come has just been a destructive force in the arena. Just a great shooter, very, very quick, and a great arena awareness for Light Has Come coming in. It was kind of a little bit of an unknown when he got picked up last series, and it just immediately made a name for himself. And if you didn't know his name, you know it now after Series 1.
And we are underway here in quarter one between Dallas Knights and Seattle Thunder. And indeed, I am back.
Hey, Dimwee, sorry.
Someone is on the far side. Yeah, I'll have to explain that one. Ball sending us it across the Luna. There it is. First goal of quarter one is going to go to the Seattle Thunder in their debut game here against the Dallas Knights. Less than a minute in.
Yeah, and coming out swinging early, I mean, that was to be expected. And again, we've seen that from the last two games for tonight. You can expect it to be very close here in the first quarter for both teams.
Butchabo on the near side is sending this one up. We'll send it back here. While handling of that stack, pressuring but not attacking as Mozzie walks this one in, looking for the cut. There's the attack from that stack. Still Scott over getting Butchabo stunned out. The Law, though, coming away with it. And good recovery there, Saluna. So able to pick that one up and then duck to the nest there to get away from the defender. Spy coming away with that one. They're stunned out far side. Walls with the recovery. Walls setting us one up. Hits Newt. Looking for the send and no. Instead goes for the reset there to Saluna. Playing the back line currently. As Saluna will send this one up. Saluna in the hands of Laws. Edge of the bubble. Doesn't have an option in. They did have Steel in the area, but still stunned out. And then, big recovery there. Butchabo with the stuff. Turns it around. Sends this one all the way down. Edge of the bubble. Big setup.
Oh, nice.
Mozzie gets it for the 2, and that will be a tie game. 2 minutes in.
And see Mozzie's doing a little bit of celebration there. Definitely earned it. Getting that slap in just prior to getting stunned out to go ahead and tie up the game. Some great work there, pushing their way inside the bubble.
Saluna will pull that attacking player, this 1-2-1 rollout from the Dallas Knights. And so the Law will get back with his teammates, but unfortunately they're stunned out there. Still Scott ever bringing it in. Oh, what a shot. Hits it on the post on the way in, gets it in, and put the points up for the 2 words. Are a distinct part of my job description.
Do we need to break out the thesaurus for you for this match?
I think I'm gonna be honest. I think I just need a dictionary for right now.
Just grab some words. Pick any words. We don't care what words you choose.
Somebody want to make me some flashcards? Start with words like the and. As this one will be picked up. Oh, Mozzie looking to do it again. Oh, stunned out. Who was that? Saluna. Big stop there. Lol stunned out. Gets hit in the back of the head. Steel Skydiver. Big stop. Off the shot there. Then Butchabo with a big recovery. We'll send this one far side to the Law, who starts walking this one up now. Everybody spread out here. A lot of open lanes. Big setup. Mozzie gets another one. They have tied it up 4-4. 4 minutes, well, 3.5 minutes in. We'll say 4 to make it sound good.
Nice run there. And the Knights coming in, bringing the pressure early. They know who they're playing. They know they got to get out in front. And, again, you don't have tape of the Seattle Thunder from last season. Expansion team, they're new, but you know the players, right? And they know who they're up against between Saluna, Steel Skydiver. They've got to get out front early.
Beautiful read there by Saluna, and the Lulls backs up that play. Gets a sent out, but somehow Butchabo in a 1v3 comes away with that one. Goalie dead to right.
Ooh.
I spy with my little eye.
2 points.
Beautiful goal. 2 points.
Oh, yes.
That was just gorgeous.
Yeah, that was.
There's also a little bit of a failure on the Seattle Thunder part. Seattle Thunder part 3v4. Settle down. Settle down.
Everyone calm down.
Oh. Highway robbery there. Butchabo taking a shot. Spy with it. Spy setting up. Hits Mozzie. Gets another one. Is that his third?
Yeah.
It is. 6 points on the board for Mozzie.
And this has been an absolute assault so far from the Dallas Knights, coming out swinging. I know last season they had a little bit of struggles there going out through the regular season, but they are hungry, and honestly, they got a chip on their shoulder, which is good to play with, roll in, and make some headway after last season.
And nice disc movement here. That pass there to Walls off the mark. Walls trying to come away with it, unable to. Mozzie will turn it around. The send in, caught in the trap. Mozzie gets his own. And then now plays a little juke game with Saluna. And then up to here to Butchabo. Butchabo looking for the cut there to teammate Mozzie. So it'll be a turnover. Steel Scott over the long shot. Instead, Mozzie off the stack there with the law and spy. We'll get it picked off, send it into the near side tube, up to Butchabo. Butchabo was looking to clear it in for that stack, and then Newt gets there instead. Steel Skydiver from Newt sends it. Has a friendly stack who stops up. It's not when you wanted to stop up there, and Saluna gets stunned out by Butchabo, who read that play. Turns that one around. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This one in, opportunity, the law. For the 3.
The law!
Put the Dallas Knights up by 7.
I gotta say it, dude. I am the law.
Indeed. That was beautiful. No time either.
Gorgeous.
So a 7-point lead to the Dallas Knights once again. Thunder here with the possession. Minute and a half in the first quarter. Mozzie picks it off. Sends it from up slide. Not able to get there. Steel Scott returns it around. That's a long heave. That's it.
Ooh.
Kaboom.
Ooh.
Cuts that lead to 4.
Ooh, Steel. Well done. And, Steel, I mean, we talked about it before the game. Like, those are the shots you got to be concerned about. If you think you're stopping him in the neutral zone, and here he is taking a long-distance phone call and sinking it for 3.
Now Butchabo. Back to the law. Nice movement here from the Knights. All the way to the bubble. Mozzie. Again, Mozzie. M-O-Z-Z-Y, like the cheese.
You ain't got no alibi. It's Mozzie. Hey, it's Mozzie. That's hopefully the last time you'll see that tonight. But, dude, Mozzie. Scuffed. Scuffed on the come out. And the law has passed judgment for 2 and grabs the disc right off of the nest there, going untouched by Seattle Thunder coming out of the tubes.
8-point lead. Only time for one more goal here in this first quarter. Lowell sending it up. And he gets slapped there by Newt, though was not able to get it to Saluna. This was the intended target. Law's a good recovery here on the near side. It's up to Saluna. 4 seconds. Looks to send it. Stunned out. Newt gets there, but not able to get it sent to the goal. That will end the first quarter, 15-7 in favor of the Dallas Knights. We will go to a quick commercial. We will be back to bring you the second. Do not leave that seat.
Welcome back. Pro Series 2, Night 1, well underway at this point. The first quarter is in the books for our third match of the night. It's been a great game so far. Nails, you talked about it in the beginning. It's tough to keep Steel and the Law straight because they're both amazing goalies, and yet they both put points on the board. Steel Skydiver sinking a long 3 there, and then the Law getting a couple of nice points. That last one coming off of a missed joust. So still anybody's match, a 15-7 spread here going into the second quarter.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the Seattle Thunder they need to recover off that missed QB option coming out of the tubes there. That's going to play a little bit of head games with them, and they need to put some points on the board to kind of recover for that and start looking to close this gap. I think Dallas Knights need to take advantage of this momentum they have and continue to run this score up and start to put it out of reach for Seattle Thunder before they can kind of find their mojo and get back into the game.
And we're going to get back here. Quarter 2 underway. 8-point lead to the Dallas Knights to get the first touch here. First possession. Butchabo stunned out. Mozzie, good recovery. Sends this one up. As one there, Spy, far side, looking for the setup to the Law. That goal, however, was wide open. That is a shot. Off of Pac-Man, not going to make its way in. Mozzie trying to get there. Does ultimately get it recovered here on the near side. Lawls attacks, Lawls presses. Now everybody a little spread out here as the Law sends that one up. Good stack. The Law gets it. The Law hits it. And that is now an 11-point lead to the Dallas Knights. The Seattle Thunder need to figure out something.
and the Law coming in there off a quick move, off a good pass for Mozzie. And what's up to Mozzie's parents? If you guys are watching, I got to have dinner with them, and then I also saw them at the land. They are awesome, and hopefully they're getting to being able to catch this first game there with Mozzie. A previous awesome Newt off the duck there on the stack comes in for 2 to bring it back within 9. The Mozzie coming off the Austin Burners there from last season, and a pickup here put into the Dallas Knights.
I have absolutely no doubt that they are set up in their living room right now watching this on the big screen. They're now laughing because I nailed it. As Laws sends this one in. Newt with the recovery sends it. The Law will get there and stops it. Over to Spy. Spy, though, in the hands of Laws. Laws long heave. A little bit wide. Comes right back out. Saluna gets there. Saluna will not miss. Hits it for the 3. Seattle Thunder within 6.
They're back up, and so we'll see. I think Saluna's going to start taking a little bit more command here of the shooting and the run of the team here. We'll see what they do to go ahead and close this gap, as they're only 6 points away. Still plenty of time. We're not even at halftime yet, as the Seattle Thunder looks to try to close this gap up and kind of find their mojo.
Newt bringing it in. 1v1 gets it. That was Newt v. the Law. Newt fought the Law, and Newt won.
That was good. That was good. I like that. That was good.
Like that?
Yeah, that was slow clap, sir. Slow clap, Monsieur Demouy.
I'm taking a bow. I'm taking a bow right now. As look at this relay. Oh, Mozzie took that shot off the post and almost gets that one. Oh no, reset here off the mark. The Law, Butchbo trying to get together. There's a blue stack racing to it. The Law somehow gets that reach and then turns this one around up to Mozzie. Mozzie has one option in, that is Spy there. Spy.
Oh no!
Walls made that look a little too easy. As he clears this one out, does have a player there to pick it up. Is that Newt? It indeed it is. But the shot, the pass, whatever it was off the mark. Nobody able to get there. As ultimately coming away with it is the Law as he gets Saluna not stunned out. And then Spy, good recovery on that send in, goes up. Mozzie cannot get the grab, instead Newt gets there. Turns this one around now for the Seattle Thunder, sending it through that far side tube. 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, in the half, in fact. As Laws gets it recovered, they've got a 4v something as Mozzie picks Law's pocket and answer to Law's steal from a little bit earlier. As now the Law with it here at the bow tie. Opportunity for the Dallas Knights. As the Law bringing it in, hits the cut. Mozzie, off the post again. As Spy gets there, turning it around, bringing it back in one more. Butchabo gets it for the 2, and that's going to put his team up by 6.
And if you guys aren't watching Spy, just watch him play. My man's doing Jim Cotto around the all the geos inside the arena. It is incredible to watch him get the disc and then just duck a defender by swinging around a geo. And for those of the new watchers who are just getting started at Echo, that is very difficult to do. Ooh. Saluna with a nice 3-point send there from Lulz, sending one in high in the bubble, and Saluna's going to take advantage of that and take him back within 3.
Yeah, 3-point lead to the Dallas Knights. In fact, only a 3-point deficit for the Seattle Thunder. And so this one gets sent up here. Mozzie looking at a 1v2. Not much. Oh, no, that's good headbutt there. Lulz gets that one turned around. The orange stack was together immediately. Though they get stopped up immediately. Backstack trying to get there, unable to. Newt with it. Newt up to steal. Skydiver jukes his way up. 1v2. Seattle Thunder within 1.
And just like that, they've closed the gap. I think they're starting to find a little bit of their rhythm here, rolling in the second half. If I am the Dallas Knights right now, I'm starting to kind of look at what's some new strategy we can start rolling out here at the end of the first half and see how it plays for us, so we have some weapons going into the third quarter when we got to try to space this lead back out, because obviously the Thunder have kind of figured out our game at this point.
Now Lulz will turn that one around. Will be picked up though by Mozzie. Saying his name a lot in this game.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of across to Mozzie. Looking at a 1v1 here, bringing it in. You know he's not going to miss. Puts his team up by 3. Dallas Knights push ahead a little bit here. Still 2 minutes to go in the half.
Right now, Dallas Knights is just trying to hold on to this lead here going into the half. Going into the half with the lead is a big mental boost for whoever's obviously in the lead, and a little bit of a mental crusher for whoever's behind. Obviously, they're trying to hold on to that and go into this halftime here with the lead, so they have some time to slow down, talk about what's going on, and make some adjustments.
Saluna with the pass there. Steele Scott over far side tube, looking at a long shot. And Butchabo was, well, that was baited. And definitely left that lane open just big enough for that shot to look tasty, and then stopped it out of the law with a good duck there. Gets under Lulz and then sends it back to Spy. Spy double covered. Crosses the Mozzie. Mozzie up to Butchabo. Butchabo, big set up the law. Spy who gets it, and they're
wow
5 now. Is he at 3 in a row?
That was a great read coming in. From the floor to the ceiling to the cut pass. And I mean, the timing on that was impeccable, and the communication has got to be on to make they could play like that happen. And it was beautiful to watch.
And that's the attacking stack gets a little separated. The law, though, gets done. Disrupts that pass, and that stack gets there. Spot of the law. Law's Mozzie across. They're going to continue to walk until he gets attacked. Opts for that reset. What a play there by Newt. Turned around at exactly the right time. Long shot goes wide. Good defensive stack. Spy gets there as he gets stunned out. He gets a center out, but Saluna is the hands. 34 seconds here in the half. Saluna juking around, pulling Spy. What a clean steal there, though. Loses a handle on it. Gets it back. What a play. Is not able to get it out. There's Butchabo with the recovery. Long heave of his own. In the hands of the law, who will not miss that one, and that is an 8-point lead. Is that 9 unanswered points?
I think so. Sir, objection. Objection.
That is a phenomenal performance here from the Dallas Knights to end this half. We have only 5 seconds to go, as this one gets lost in the near side too, and that will end it 27-19 in favor of the Dallas Knights. Looking absolutely phenomenal here. Full minute of possession, though. Interesting shots taken even, 15-15. But with that, we will go to a little bit of longer intermission. Bathroom break. Snacks. We'll see you just around the bend.
Snacks on snacks on snacks.
This summer, dinosaurs are in our world.
Pet dinosaur? Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Nice and quiet. Hey, look, it's your mom. Hot dog?
And welcome back. NEPA is going to be doing raffles and having all kinds of fun with our new Web3 involvement throughout the season. We want to take this opportunity to highlight our previous winner, the grand prize trip to the NEPA Charity Cup 2023 that went out to Rock Solid. These prizes are real and they are no joke. You want to get in on this excitement. Each week, we'll be highlighting a different franchise as the POAP logo, so show up each week and collect all 16 teams. The more you collect, the more potential rewards you can unlock. The deadline to submit the claim form is 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, June 12th. The password is there on the screen. Write it down, fill out the form, have a chance to win one of these amazing prizes. Now we are back to talk about the action, welcoming you back to our halftime report brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. What a great half that it was. A little bit of back and forth there. We saw Dallas Knights stretch a lead a couple of times, but Seattle, not to be denied, they are not going anywhere, and they have kept it close. Currently sitting down 8 nails, but have brought it back to within 2 or 3 at several points. So they've definitely got the potential here to put the points on the board to get back in this thing. Still 16 minutes to play, plenty of time. What did you see in the first half? What do you expect to see adjustment-wise going into the second?
What I saw in the first half was a relentless Dallas team on offense and defense, just breaking up plays from Seattle Thunder, catching them in transition, some great interceptions, and just all around good passing, and just a very quick and aggressive style of play out of the Dallas Knights the entire first half. And it has paid dividends for them. They're out in front. I think Seattle Thunder started to figure some things out. I think as we're going into the half there, I think they were really starting to kind of figure out this Dallas offense and Dallas defense, and they were starting to close the gap down. I think Dallas during the halftime is probably talking about what they're going to do to change up here in the second half to kind of keep that momentum going and keep the Seattle Thunder kind of on their back heels. I think Seattle, they need to leverage a little bit more Steele and Saluna, making the magic happen, getting open and getting out to the wings there to put those outside shots in for points and finding those pockets. If they can get past the neutral zone, they've been fairly effective, but they have to find a way to start ducking the Dallas Knights neutral zone defense. If they can get past that with some good passes and some good connects, they're to work their way over on the orange side of the arena. I think it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for them, and they can quickly find themselves there in the lead.
Indeed, that play is going to be so important, trying to build on those possessions, find that offensive side a little bit more often. They've clearly shown that they can do it. They've made some long threes as well. That'll help keep them in this thing as they look to crawl back, though I couldn't agree more that they're going to have to find a way through that just aggressive midfield defense, because right now Dallas is pressuring in all corners of the arena.
They are, and they just need to find a way to kind of make if they can get a couple runs there on the board for scores and find their way past that midfield defense, they're going to force Dallas to kind of start second guessing their strategy. And I think they were just starting to find that there at the end of the first half. And if they can kind of continue to bring that pressure, they're going to force Dallas a little bit back on their heels and open up some opportunities for them. They have to get them off that aggressive play.
Indeed, and as an expansion captain, Saluna getting her first chance to kind of make some halftime adjustments. Remember, this is their first season playing together as a team, and they were without one of their starters for tonight. So lots of that captain leadership required out of Saluna. Let's see what you came up with on the halftime break. We'll take it back to you, getting back underway.
Yeah, that's going to be first touch here to Seattle Thunder. And no, I agree with everything that you said. Dale says, oh my goodness.
There it is.
Salute to the walls, and then we'll get 2 on the board to start us off 9 seconds in.
Well, if you want to make a statement and prove that you get past the midfield defense, that'll do it.
Indeed. I mean, that was very quick. So now Dallas Knights with a joust advantage here, 30 seconds in. Bunchabo's going to get across. Mozzie looking at a 1v2 here, backs it up. No, hits. Oh, was looking for Spy, a little bit off the mark. Bunchabo in the area, not able to get it recovered. In fact, Saluna hand on it, stunned though. Spy, what a juke there. The setup and a beautiful read. Steel Skydiver picks that one off, turns it out, turns it around, sends it out. But it does take a few ugly bounces there. Somehow Walls gets there first, scoops it, sends it up, and then it will be Mozzie with that pickup and sends it back out. All the way back down, Seattle Thunder zone. It will be the Thunder getting their first here. So a little back and forth at the moment. Neither team maintaining control beyond a couple passes here so far. Since that first goal, there's Law sends that one up. Another ugly bounce, but Saluna with a good recovery. As Newt up and said, no, go Steel Skydiver, pulls the goalie out, gets it for the 2. They get 2 in a row here to bring it back within 4.
And just like that, their halftime speech worked. I can tell you that much right now. Right now, the ball is back in Dallas's court for them to make an adjustment, because I can tell you right now, after a minute and a half of gameplay here in this third quarter, the Thunder have the Dallas Knights number right now.
Mozzie, nice dish movement here with that last pass, as I say it. Once again, that was a pass over to Spy that was a little off the mark. Spy looking to send them across, instead hits that frame block, the boot there. Butchbo hand on it, but goalie comes out. Newt ultimately coming away with it, but he gives it away to the Law there on the back line. And it's Law now sending this one up, and has a Mozzie. Mozzie has one cutting in. No, brings it in himself. Somehow gets away from the defense and gets the 1v1 with the goalie, puts his team back up by 6.
And great read by Mozzie there with the defender pressuring, gets to the nest, makes a quick assessment on whether or not he can get away, ducks a quick stun there, and opts to keep it. And Alexa put points there on the board, much needed to kind of stem a little bit of this Thunder offense coming out hot and heavy here in the second half.
And the Law trying to pull the ender off. Laws does not fall for it, but then that stack takes him out, and then the Law gets it back. The Law now sending, so that's a shot there. Did not quite get the angle he was looking for. Newt comes away with it, sends it up to Laws. Not able to play it though. Mozzie gets it on the back line. Mozzie with the Law sends it up here. Spy hits the Law, and the Law not able to connect. In fact, Still Scott ever scoops it, sends it back towards mid, but Butchbo playing the back line is able to come away with that one. Balls pressuring Butchbo. Go ahead.
I think what you were looking for was the goalie was acquitted on that one.
Goodness gracious. Sends it up. The Law. Ooh. Law's got a hand on it or something. Yeah, but here at Night Court, it's 31-23.
Yes. See? It's fun. There's so many options.
I wish I had seen more of that show to get more to bring out more references.
Same. I feel like I was not of the right mindset to watch that when that show was popular.
Was I alive yet? I don't know.
I think I was too young. I was too young.
I don't remember. When was that? Anyways, this one. Oh! You know. You know, they think we're nuts. 34-23, 11-point lead now.
They don't hear the voices in our head.
Oh no! Oh, that shot, Butchbo, not able to connect. What a scoop!
The Law's on a rampage right now, sir.
The Law gets up, claims eminent domain.
18 points.
Places it. 3 minutes ago here in the third quarter. Oh my goodness. Spy, open goal shot, goes wide. Maybe on the bounce, not quite. Scoop there, the Law hits another one. 15-point lead. Dallas Knights. What is going on? What is happening right now?
We just watched the Law go from city judge to circuit court to Supreme Court, all in about 3 minutes.
Not to I'm not going to be specific when I say this. I don't want to. I'm not. This is not an attempt to dox. But I'm also just not realizing that the Seattle Thunder may just be the youngest team in the league, as Lawls hits that one for a 2. On average. Just looking at this roster, and I wonder what kind of effect that might ultimately have to not have. Well, I guess Alduin is older, so maybe Alduin be the fifth man, maybe to kind of, because usually a mature voice. Not to say they're immature. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead.
No, dude.
The far side. You get the point I'm making, though?
I know what you're saying. You got to have, that kind of experience to kind of just calm the nerves a little bit and go, okay, dude, we've been here before. It's not a big deal. Everybody just take a breath and keep it moving. Because, some of the, when you see sometimes in the younger players, you get into this position, right, and it becomes this kind of a little bit of a frantic chase to kind of the pieces into the holes that they fit into. And sometimes you can't make that happen. It requires you to kind of just step back, take a break, and and have a quick focus. And they had that coming out at the second half. And there was a quick answer from it for them from the Knights. And they've got to kind of get back, find another strategy change, and do it again.
Another possession here, Dallas Knights. Mozzie still a 13-point lead, a little over a minute to go. Saluna. Mozzie got a little too confident there. Saluna gets a nice stun and a full clear. Picked up here, Steel Skydiver behind the goal, hits Newt. Newt jukes his way in, gets it for the 2.
There it is. And that right there is what the Thunder needs to capitalize on. Right now, I think Dallas Knights they're sitting high on the horse right now. They've got an 11-point lead. They're going to make mistakes because they're inherently they're going to start taking their foot off the accelerator a little bit because they've got an 11-point lead, and the Thunder need to find those holes in their defense and the Dallas Knights defense and their offense and capitalize on those mistakes. Like right there, find that, grab that loose disc, and turn it immediately into an offensive push.
Well, I mean, excuse me, I hit the wrong button. Newt turns that one around here for Seattle Thunder. Saluna opportunity, long shot, goes off the backboard, not able to connect on it. Walls, almost got there. The Law instead. As Mozzie turns that one around now for the Dallas Knights, does not get it out. 10 seconds to go here, still 11-point lead to the Knights. Saluna, long shot there, goes a little bit wide. There it is, Steel Skydiver will get the last goal here of the third quarter, making it 38-29, cutting that lead to 9. To end that third quarter, we'll go to a quick intermission, and we'll be back as Seattle Thunder look to mount this comeback.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Welcome back. We take a look at the stats. We are going into our final quarter here of opening night of Pro Series 2. Great match here. We just saw the Law pop off in a major way there in the third quarter. Not to be denied, though, the Seattle Thunder are continuing to hang around. They're still well within strike distance here with 8 minutes left to play.
Yeah, that's right. And the Dallas Knights have got to be wary right now. The Seattle Thunder are going through their strategy Rolodex, and they're like, okay, that didn't work. Let's try this. That didn't work. Let's try this. And if they can start picking apart this offense and breaking up these plays and then turning them, we saw at the end of the last quarter, they found some good plays there where they're able to break up that offense and find themselves moving into the orange bubble. Now they just got to start connecting with those goals, just like we just saw right there. A great breakup of an offensive play there. Get down, get the stacks moving, and find an opportunity to put points on the board.
And there were some points almost. Thunder, that went off the post. As Mozzie turns this one around. That was off the wall. It's a bit of a shot. Not quite on, though. New will get there as well. As he turns that one around, looking to get it to Laws. Laws was stunned out by that stack. Spy going to track down this loose disc. Has Saluda right nearby. And we'll underhand this one. It's Mozzie here. It's Mozzie turning it around now. Mozzie all the way on the back line now. This Mozzie will bring it up to Butchbo. Butchbo hits Spy. Spy looking to go back to Butchbo instead. Mozzie, fantastic recovery, hits it. Beautiful shot, puts the team back up by 11. Seattle Thunder have quite the tall order in front of them. I would love to see them fulfill this, but this is going to be tough.
Yeah, and they got a lot of work to do in front of them. And from Unsound, coming from the chat, might want to highlight the fact that Law Mozzie just set a joust world record. Wow, what were the stats on that? I missed it. I saw them talking about it. I saw the Law talking about it, but I didn't see what the actual number was.
I think they're saying at 1.13. I can't independently confirm that, but that is appears to be the claim. A Spy hits that one. Is that even possible? They have to be backwards stacking to get that. I would love to make sure. I would love to get that independently verified.
Yeah, it sounds like Law is saying he just had a 1.16 on his 1.13 neutral joust.
Yeah, that is substantial. That is incredibly fast. as well as, I mean, that's so fast. That's the sort of speed, how fast is that? I'm not sure. Steel Skydiver. I'd love to see the actual speed. Just imagining actual humans, re-grabbing in spacesuits to hit speeds like that. You know what I mean?
I think I saw that in a movie.
Was it Gravity? It was Mozzie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking. I love it. You get me.
There's a bunch of them. We'll clear this one out. That's a good bounce there. Not quite on the goal, however, goes wide. And will be recovered by Saluna. So little slowdown in the play right now. Still a 13-point lead to Dallas Knights. As a Seattle Thunder looking to make just anything happen here. Spy turns this one around, hits low open goal, connects for the 3. 16-point lead going to the Dallas Knights here. Still 5 minutes to go.
And the Dallas Knights have crossed the 40 mark here, rolling into the last 5 minutes of this quarter. And for our new watchers, so when you're coming out of the tubes, anybody who's new or have not played, so there's essentially an accelerator in the tube there that you can hold on to. And that accelerator will push you forward. Now, if you use the accelerator and you go to a regrab, it is not as fast as starting a regrab from the tunnel, from the tube there, and essentially timing it so that you are executing your second or third regrab coming out of the tube as they open up. So it's part timing and part just execution of the regrab there, and that's basically what they did at a world record speed. Ooh. And the Law coming in for another 2-pointer, comes dancing in off a nice assist from Spy on the far side for 2 points. That'll bring them up to 18 in the lead.
Yeah, 18-point lead there. That is a minimum of 6 goals required, and that's if they're all threes from the Seattle Thunder, which is possible. I mean, there's plenty of time left. They would have to go on quite the scoring spree, but they absolutely could do that if they were quick enough. If they started running those quick plays of Mozzie turning that one around, not able to connect on it. So Luna picking this one up here. The stack, turning it, getting back. Ooh, send out, not good. This certainly looking like... I thought that was me. There's a bunch of trying to turn that one around, but Saluna instead we'll look to send that one all the way down. A good clear. Stack is there. They're gonna get 2 here, probably. Laws will send it.
There he
Brings
is.
it back with a 16. So as I was saying, they would have to go on quite the scoring spree, but this is a team that could. They just gotta start a lot of relays, a lot of Hail Marys.
Yeah, and you saw them thinking about it there as they got down there alone, 2 ship in the bubble, thinking about moving back out to a 3 and deciding to just take the 2. A good choice there. Every little bit counts.
Oh, good play here. Mozzie to Butchabo. Butchabo cannot get away from Laws, but still gets past the Spy. Spy going to Mozzie.
Ooh.
They erase that progress that the Seattle Thunder had just made. Go back up 18 points with less than 3 minutes to go. Minimum, what did I say? Minimum 6? Mm-hmm. It's 5 resets. That's a minute 40. They have 1 minute to score a lot of points, which is not impossible. But at this point, I'm not sure if that's what we would expect here. As Laws will get that one recovered in the near side trap, send it across to Newt. Looking to encroach on the bubble, does not have any options there. Is now going across, hits the floor there. Laws will get a steal, goes to steal. Lots of traffic in front of the goal. Now it's time to take that shot. Does, hits it. Good shot there, bringing us to about 33 points on the board. They're still down by 16.
Yeah, and those 2-pointers, right? So they're in a weird place because you want to get the 2-pointers and you want to get repeated 2-pointers to first swing the momentum while getting points on the board. Once you swing the momentum, then you can start looking for those 3s. But there becomes a point where swinging those 2s to get the momentum is not going to be enough based on the time that's left, and they're rapidly approaching that window where they're going to have to start taking 3s, and that might be it.
Very well may just be at 17. They're back up by 18, in fact. So yeah, that will absolutely be the ice. In fact, yes, indeed. So Dallas Knights will be taking this one over the Seattle Thunder in their both teams' Season 2 Pro Series 2 openers. As well as a sent that one across some Newts. As still enough time to get some more stats to make yourselves look better. As much of send them away. As of course, stats Stats are stats. As Newt picks that one up minutes ago here. Nails saved me from myself.
And Rosie in the chat. What up, Rosie? You've missed a lot. Like a lot. Like if this is the first game that you're tuning in for tonight, oh, dude, go back and rewatch. It's quite a bit for a Wednesday. What is this night? Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? Wednesday night.
It is.
In fact, Wednesday. I just figured it out.
It's June.
We are on planet Earth.
We presume. There's a spy sends someone back to the law. You never know. I mean, brain in a vat, the Matrix, Butchbo. Block shot. Look at that.
Ooh.
Mozzie still pulling out all the stops. As team's going to go up by 21 points. There will be 6 seconds.
Took a break to get dinner. Dinner? You don't need food. Food is secondary. It's opening night of the Pro NEPA Series 2. Oh,
Law will hit that one to end it. 57-33, 24-point lead. That is Market. That is the current season lead in points differentials. 24.
Probably need to write that down because we'll probably reference it again this season, and I feel like we're gonna forget.
You know what we need?
What do we need, Dimwee?
We need an official scorekeeper. We need someone who's obsessed with stats and everything, you know? If you're out there, if you're watching, hit up Brutus or DeFocus.
Yeah.
If you love
Help
stats.
Help us out. Who's a stat lover out there? Help us out.
Do you have info and data?
Tomorrow night, when the stats go blank on the slide and we forget that there were 57 points scored, somebody has to remind us because, yeah, we will completely forget.
You have a passion for aggregating raw data.
If this appeals to you, you like numbers in their raw form, and then you like to take those numbers and make them mean something for dumb people like myself. We have a place for you.
If you ever thought about being an actuary,
I don't know what that word means.
Actuary is. The only reason I know what an actuary is because my brother is one.
I have no idea what that is.
No clue. They're numbers people. That's all I can tell.
Oh, really? I'm gonna go Google that after I get out of here, and I'm sure my mind will be blown. Dude. So tonight, for the last game, wow. I mean, so Dallas Knights. The Dallas Knights came out very, very aggressive tonight, and I'm super excited by what I saw from them, and the fact that they came out swinging very, very early and did not stop. I think Mozzie took the lead there for the team, and got them basically on the hype train pretty early. And we saw the law doing the law things. I mean, I counted at least 5 or 6, I think, legal puns that we dropped there, which says a lot. A, that we could come up with that many legal puns, and then 2, that we were saying laws that name that many times. But I think Mozzie kind of gets the team on the hype train. Law starts to back that up. Spy was just doing some amazing acrobatics in the arena on the jukes around the geos to make the plays happen, and bringing those points on the board. And I think that between probably really the 3 of them, and really Butchabo as well, because Butchabo was doing a great job of just breaking up plays that were coming out of the Seattle Thunder, and catching them in transition and being able to move back forward as Mozzie and the Law were already set up in a chain rolling down to the other end of the arena, and ready to capitalize on it. And I think that frantic pace that the Dallas Knights were bringing tonight, they controlled the pace of the game the entire night. There was one ray of hope there where Seattle Thunder had tied it up. It looks like they had potentially figured it out there, and then that quickly dissipated. I think the Dallas Knights were just making adjustments on the fly so fast there that Seattle Thunder couldn't really keep up, and they just walked away with it. By the third quarter, the lead had become so expansive that it wasn't undoable, but it was required the Seattle Thunder to come up with an answer to the question that the Dallas Knights were posing, and they just couldn't make it happen there in the third and the fourth quarter. And as a result, watched Dallas Knights just kind of walk away with it. And good on them. They did an incredible job rolling into this first match here of the season. I think Seattle Thunder learned a lot about where they need to go here in the future, what chemistry they need to work on there in their team. They've got some great players. I think there's their passes and their ability to work past a midfield defense are the kind of the two big things they'll probably take away from this. Are you got it? Those passes have to be accurate. They have to be accurate and they have to be fast, because when you have a team like the Dallas Knights, they're going to break those up and turn them right back around on you and catch you in transition. So if you can't improve the speed of those passes, you have to be very, very good at getting those the defensive chains back together and being better at working through those transitions and being quicker on your transition back to defense. If they can work past that midfield defense, once they're over in the bubble there, they're doing a great job of just putting those putting the disc into the goal and making the magic happen. And I think they've got what they need to convert once they're in the bubble. Their problem is just getting there.
Yeah, and great analysis there. Another fine matchup, the third of three outstanding matches tonight. It's great to be back doing the Pro Series 2. We have got one more player of the match to name here from Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports. Gentlemen, talk amongst yourselves. I need to check if we are legally bound on who we're going to give this to.
Well, with that, I'll go first on this one and let Dimly change my mind. So outstanding job to Mozzie. Overall, I think Mozzie did his part to really put the team on his back and get them moving in the right direction. But I think where they really popped off was when Law just went on a tear and really established the momentum to which Seattle Thunder could not come back from. And I think the Law was, for his part, really earns my MVP for tonight there with a close second with Mozzie. But I think the Law just picking up what Mozzie was putting down, because it takes multiple players to kind of really establish that momentum. And I think Law did his part to pick up those pieces, those breadcrumbs that Mozzie was laying down, and turn them into a momentum swing for the entire team and just keep it going. And it was just fun to watch.
So, as much as I want to pick Mozzie and start a thing here, Mozzie has become the caliber of player. You know, when Game has a good game, it's not enough for MVP for him. He has to have beyond a stellar game for you to go, all right, Game earned the MVP this time. Because Game earning MVP on anyone else's standard is just not fair to anybody else. You know, he's that good at the game. Mozzie is right about there as well. I think for Mozzie to earn MVP, I'm gonna set the bar high for him. Because I think he'll benefit from this as well, setting a higher bar for himself as well. Because I believe he can operate at the higher level. So I'm not gonna vote for Mozzie here. I will follow your lead and vote for the Law and say, Mozzie, if you want MVP. You're gonna think it's unfair. No, you won't, because you're mature enough to comprehend, I think, why this is the way it is. But if you win MVP,
yeah, I mean, huge vote of confidence there for Mozzie. I mean, you start putting him into that elite status. You're operating in a different bracket than everybody else, and I think he has absolutely earned that right. So I did check with the legal department. I fought the Law, and the Law won the Holtzauer Auto and Motorsports Player of the Match. So congrats to the Law walking away with great match tonight. Dallas Knights walking away with the victory. So another exciting night here on NEPA TV. More great action coming your way tomorrow as Reverb takes on Slither. The Ninjas take on the Sorcerers, and the Barracudas take on the Fire. So another great AAA matchup tomorrow night. You're not going to want to miss that. If you missed any of tonight's matches, you're going to want to go back and take a look at those, because we had great close matches and just great play all around. So super excited to be back here doing Pro Series 2 here with you, Sir Dimwee. Nails, always a pleasure. Thanks. Say goodbye to the people.
Hope you guys caught tonight's broadcast because I dressed up. I'm not dressing up tomorrow night or the night after. So this is what you get. Enjoy it. I wore a sport coat.
Mine didn't make it past the second match. All right, that's all we got here from NEPA TV. We'll see you tomorrow night for more great AAA action. See ya.
See ya.